All right, all right. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's Monday Midsole coming to you. It's your boy Polo and Jays. We got a different lineup tonight. Tonight we got Molly Mall coming back and Buckeye City Soul. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shoot it over to Buckeye City Soul.
All right, hold on 1 second. Small minor technical difficulties. If you are on, make sure your YouTube is muted. All right, that might have been me. All right, anyways, welcome to the Monday Midsole. We got like Marcus said, we got a different crew today. We got Molly Ma, we got Polos and Jays, and special guest today, Lacedupmd. Welcome to the show. We've been trying to get you on for a while now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So what's up with you? How was your day? Let's start it light. Let's ease on into it.
Hang on, I can't see if I'm in this.
There you go.
So
there you go.
Another lovely day at the hospital for me today.
Man, so you're at the hospital. So what's your how many hours you put in a day?
Well, that's variable, but at least 12, sometimes more.
Man,
and today was my 7th day of work.
So, oh wow!
I need a nap just thinking about that.
Seriously.
So I mean, we'll just break into the subject at hand. I mean, so when did you start getting into sneakers? When did you, and what sneaker brought you into the community?
Okay, so you're gonna laugh because I think it's the same one as you. But yeah, so for me, it was 1989 with the Bread 4.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I wanted every colorway of that, and my dad wouldn't get it for me. So after that, I took on a lot of jobs.
Okay. So what was your second shoe then?
Okay, so my second shoe was the one that I bought with my own money, the first one, and that was the Great 5s.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I had 2 friends, they were brothers, and they had them, and my mom was like, "You're not getting white shoes because you're going to destroy them." So I always wanted them. I finally got them. What was it? That 2012 or 2013? That pair. And that pair wasn't the greatest, but I mean, I felt like I was awesome because I finally got them. But so dang. So you've been collecting since the OGs then?
Yep. I don't have any of those anymore, but yeah, those were the days.
I wish I did too. So let me ask you this: since you were around when the OGs were around, do you have when you look at the quality of the shoes that are coming out right now, do you think that? I mean, do you see a significant difference, or are you just more, into the nostalgia and the colors, or do you look at the quality?
Okay, so the quality these days compared to before. Now, mind you, I wear grade school size, so my quality is never the same as the men's.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit worse, depending on the shoe. Some of them have come out with great quality, and some of them you can tell they're just really poor. But I'll get them no matter what because of the nostalgia. I mean, I grew up like that, loving those shoes, so I'm never going to give that up.
So were you a Bulls fan coming up?
I was pretty much engrossed with Michael Jordan. Everything he did, everything he said, I was just on it.
Yeah, I remember.
I got to see him play one time in '93.
Okay. Where'd you go to watch him play? Miami?
Nah, Indiana Pacers. I grew up in Ohio.
Okay. All right. So you grew up here.
Yep.
All right. So since you were a Jordan fan then, who do you root for now, or do you have a team now?
The Cavs.
There you go.
LeBron.
Perfect.
And before he went to Miami, I had season tickets.
Oh. Wow.
So I was there when they beat Orlando in that buzzer beater. That was nice.
Oh man. That's a trip, though. You were in Dayton driving up?
3 hours.
Woo! Yeah, you got to drive through Columbus to get there. That's dedication.
I would leave the hospital and drive there and then drive back and go to work the next day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah,
Crazy
I'll be asleep in the car.
That's youth.
Man.
I don't do that anymore.
So I mean, like, how do you find time to like do the like whole like the Instagram thing and save the world?
Yeah, the Instagram thing takes kind of a backseat, to be honest.
Definitely.
I don't get to dedicate the time like everybody else. I mean, my posts are just thrown up most of the time. Like, oh, here's a nice pair of kicks. I don't have any like fancy quotes or anything. I have the same hashtags and @ signs that are cut and paste every time.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
If somebody wants me to change them, it's gonna take a while.
Oh, I feel that. It's like doing some of your own surgery, trying to switch all that stuff out. And I got in trouble with the wife with all the Instagram stuff, but that's another topic in itself.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Sustain relationships and try to balance things out. But you find your balance. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna go right into weekly pickups. Cause you say you're a LeBron fan and everything. So, but like, what was the last pair of shoes you picked up?
I picked up the Atmos Air Max, but they're not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heavy hitters.
Dang, she came out with the Joker.
Yeah, man, knockout punch.
First draw.
And she said all smooth. I just picked up the Atmos.
Oh yeah, no big deal.
It was no big
Something light. Something
I
like
wanted the Masters, but that wasn't happening.
We all
Yeah.
Marcus, Dan, and I all were talking. We were texting at the same time. We all tried and all got the not selected. I'm like, who's so did you had to pay resale?
Yeah, I entered so many raffles, so many things online, and I took so many L's. I just gave in and bought some on StockX.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, though. I haven't messed with StockX yet, but I mean,
better than Go.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that later too. But yeah, Marcus, man, what you got?
I didn't pick up nothing that great. I picked up, first off, Finish Line had the price drop on the All-Star Sixes, so I had to go in there and take advantage of that. So picked up the All-Star 6, and then I picked up the shoe that everybody's sleeping on this weekend, that Motorsport 4, man. Everybody talking about the quality of it or whatever. You got to realize 4s have never had a great quality leather on them. I mean, we had a few of them, but it's never, even with the OGs, it was never that great a shoe. So, people sleeping on it saying the quality because everybody getting spoiled behind the stuff that Jordan Brand is doing now. But I love this shoe, man. The colorway on it is dope. So,
yeah, I love it. I wanted those ever since I seen them online when they first dropped, and then it's just like, they're not really coming out, or they had the fake joints that came. But I'm really glad that they dropped those.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't come out. A few people were talking about they wanted the Mars Blackman on them or whatever, but I'm cool with it just the way it is. It didn't. I'm not one of those guys that's got to have the exact copy of what the shoe originally was. I'm cool with the colorway. It's a dope shoe. I can match that with a lot of stuff, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah. I mean,
I have to go pick that up because I have a huge 4s collection.
Then you need to add.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you have those. But I think that they will go on sale.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, one of the things that's going to happen after these Royals go up, I think that you're going to see people start picking the motorsports up.
Yep. Everything that's sitting going to get picked up after this week. Watch.
But I mean, like, did you guys see that map locator with the Royals? It looks like those joints going to be everywhere.
General
just
release.
Like the bread.
Yep, just like the bread, Molly. You're right.
Like the bread ones, but they're going to be gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, the breads weren't super easy to get.
And this will be the same. This will be, people are thinking, they're looking at that app and they're thinking, okay, they're gonna be everywhere. But what you have to take into account is that them stores may only get 10 pair. Just because all the stores are getting them doesn't mean they're gonna get a full size run of every size, so you gotta think about that.
And they're in high demand. A lot of people want that shoe.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That shoe's flying off the shelf.
I mean, I'm
gonna try to double up. That's for sure.
Me too. I'm trying to double up on
double,
it.
triple, quadruple.
Well, Molly, you get quintuplets on shoes.
Exactly. Man, you're gonna have
I totally understand that.
station wagon full of ones.
That's it. I'm gonna worry about them come out again.
I was never
Marley,
much
man,
a fan of ones, and now I've been getting into them. So I'm gonna have to get.
And that's how I feel too. When I was growing up, I really didn't. I thought they were primitive.
Ones were the orphans.
I thought they were like, oh man, these things look old timey. But now, I mean, they go with everything. It's just kind of like they've taken over what I think like a Converse, like that classic look. I mean,
they are definitely a classic look.
Yeah, you can match them up with anything. So, I mean, so Marcus, you got two?
That's it. Just
okay.
them two.
Okay. All right, Molly, man, what's up? Show us the grails.
Man, the grails. Well, we'll go light first. So I picked up those Kyrie's, Time to Shine.
Okay.
Bottoms do glow.
Yeah, I seen your pictures, man. The pictures.
Yeah. For those who didn't see, man, we'll hit them up real quick. You can see.
Those are dope.
Dang.
So, I mean, a lot of people, I think, picked them up afterwards. I had a lot of comments about that. And then I doubled up on the Chameleon or the All-Star ones. I need another pair of those. So those finally came in from Foot Action in the plastic bag shipping. You know how they do.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. That's the worst.
That eBay.
Yeah, box all. Good thing I don't use the boxes anymore because that thing came up, barely alive. But this was the pickup, man. This was the one for me. This is the Kyrie 2, the Academy. So extremely limited sample pair.
Man, you got
that's impressive.
So this is basically the missing piece in the Kyrie 2 collection. So this pretty much just cements that, puts a stamp on the collection. There's not too much I need from the 2s right now. So happy to have this.
You got them all. I wonder when they're gonna drop the ID on the 3.
Oh man, listen, it's this far in. They may not. They're still trying to push those Kobe's. They're pushing out the Kyrie 2s. There's a bunch of stuff that's sitting there. They probably took a big L last year and like, you know what? We're just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, well, maybe, man. I like knowing that you can expect it to happen. If you can expect a LeBron at all times. I mean, last year, not really. But the way the shoes came out last year, you wanted to kind of go back to the year before and see if you can design some stuff up because, I mean, you knew you had a whole year with nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that you had those and is that it?
2 Kyrie's and I doubled up on the ones. Yeah, that's it. It was a light week.
Yeah, I had a light week too. I too. I mean, you couldn't resist the 130 or whatever it was, 139. I mean, it ended up coming out like 150 with the shipping and all that good stuff. But I mean, for that price, I was in. I wasn't in for 220. If I had to choose between them or the ones, I still take the ones all day. I mean, I did double up on the ones, but I mean, it's not a bad shoe to have in the collection, and it's something that might grow on you even more as time wears on. But I had those, and then I grabbed the consolation prizes. I mean, and it goes with Ohio State stuff. I mean, scarlet and gray. I mean, I could wear it, with whatever. But yesterday I made a purchase, and had I known I was going to make that purchase, I probably wouldn't have bought those. I did an ID for the Vapor Max with it's got the red, but the bubble is I got the clear bubble because I didn't like that green with the red together. I didn't like that, so I got one with the with the clear, and then I also bought an Ultra Boost, my first Ultra Boost. So I want to see the difference in comfort, and kind of compare them. I mean, I'm gonna give Adidas a chance to try to broaden my horizons because, I mean, I think I have 1% of my collection is Adidas, and I mean, less. Yeah, I mean, I want to see what everybody's talking about when they talk about this comfort. I mean, when you put that between the Vapor Max and the Ultra Boost, I want to see hey. But I did watch a video today with Fomer Simpson, and he was doing the comparison. I mean, he really just didn't give you the direct like, okay, this one's way better or that one's way better. So I'm even more excited to get both of those in hand and see what's up.
Did you see that?
Go ahead.
Did you see that video of the making fun of the Air Max Day about no air?
Was it Adidas?
I don't know who put the video out, but it was making fun of Air Max, saying that Air Max was outdated and nobody cares. Boost technology is more,
no air.
Yeah, no air.
I was talking to African Caesar about that, and he had mentioned that, and I mean, I'll never think I'll be able to abandon Nike altogether, even if it's the most comfortable shoe of all time. I mean, the nostalgia that Nike's hold for me, I mean, outweigh that, immensely. I don't wear my shoes long enough to really have that be a key factor in, if I was going to overhaul my entire collection,
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I wear my shoes long hours.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. So you got some Boost?
The Boosts are not that comfortable to me at all.
Really?
Not at all. My Prestos and my Air Maxes are more comfortable.
Okay. Hey, that's doctor approved, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
Man. All right.
Nike is life. That's it.
You're right. You're right. So, I mean, we just, with that conversation, we just roll into Air Max Day. Air Max Day was yesterday. Hopefully everybody, pulled out their Air Max, dusted them off.
Well, I didn't.
Oh!
I don't own one pair of Air Maxes, and I was hoping that I could cop something from these last couple of weeks, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. I wasn't able to hit on one single shoe, so I still to this day don't own a pair of Air Maxes.
Wow.
You saw the
I know.
You saw
Damn,
the
I
Twitter
feel like
post, right?
the Willy Wonka dude. He said, "How many did you open? You didn't open none?
Not one." What'd you say, Mike?
You have lived life and never owned a pair of Air Maxes.
I know. One day I'll be fortunate enough to get one, but I'm not going to go and buy just a basic one.
Let's say go to Foot Locker, get the joint that Kevin got.
Yeah, man.
Try it on if nothing else.
I almost did yesterday, as a matter of fact, but I was like, nah, I'm trying to triple up on them Royal Ones, so I said I'll wait.
Finish Line kept dropping them things randomly throughout the day. Just kept seeing Vapor Max. I'm like, just drop them all together.
Seriously.
Stop trying to trickle that shit out.
Their site can't handle the traffic anyways.
Yeah, you're right about that.
True.
But they've been doing better. They've been doing better than before. I remember so many times it's just like, waiting. Don't worry. We're going to get you in here.
You're next in line.
Yeah, and then you go on another browser and pop right in.
Right.
So you be sitting there waiting all day.
You cut in front of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I ain't with all that, man. Finish Line. I go to Foot Locker and East Bay before I go to Finish Line. And in Finish Line also, I've had some issues where I've bought shoes, and 5 days later, it's like, here's the scoop. Your shoes sold out. So I could have bought it somewhere else.
Right.
I stopped trying after you said, okay,
When you took my payment,
exactly.
I stopped trying.
Y'all held my money.
Oh, man. I mean, that checkout process is the worst. Got like 30 pending transactions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll get you. They'll catch you slipping. And then they don't I remember back maybe a year or two ago, like if you use PayPal, like it's like, oh, it didn't take. And you're like, come on, man. Y'all just don't want to do that PayPal transaction. And you go and put your card in, the same card that you have the account with PayPal, and it goes right through, no problem. So I'm like, man, get out of here. I used to just go to the card after that because I knew that they were going to mess around with me. So, but
yeah, they prefer
I don't know. Them, those Vapor Max sold out. Well, on the Nike site, I think within the first 40 minutes. I know the women sold out first.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. I mean, especially after, Adidas tried to hijack Air Max Day and drop all these Ultra Boost and NMDs the day before.
I still wanted the Vapor Max over those.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Well, I mean, I had to cop one of these just to see. I didn't know. I mean, the all white, I knew that I didn't want to do that. So That's the only reason why I ID'd it. And I didn't like just the red swoosh on the white because it would just do the same thing. So I think that red that I got on mine kind of breaks it apart, and maybe it won't get as dirty. Maybe well, hopefully the bubble doesn't start looking crazy. You know, that thing gets dirty, it's gonna look ridiculous.
Now, see, I've never ID'd a shoe. How long does it take?
A long ass time.
Long time.
I can't do it. Then.
It depends on the traffic. Like you cop a Kyrie 2 now, you could probably get in like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
That's still a long time.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to wait for in hand stock. Like, all right, we'll send it out tomorrow. No, it's not. He's got to go to the store and get it.
I'm a store pickup day on release day guy. I got to get it that day.
No,
I would never have shoes if it were like that.
Yeah, online Twitter fingers all day.
That's me
man.
too.
Tips to the house. That's the only way it happens.
All Marcus's TVs got dials on them.
In between patients on my phone at work.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, multitask.
Yep.
That's why you get the big bucks.
If it weren't for that, I wouldn't get any.
Exactly. I have no collection.
Man. But I mean, like I was thinking about this. Nike is kind of changing things up. We've seen a lot more limited releases drop from Nike in the recent days, than they have been doing it. And it's just like, are y'all trying to do the Adidas thing? I mean, what do you guys think about that?
I definitely think it's following the Adidas blueprint because they're putting things out little by little. They'll sell their product out, but you can go to the store and pretty much pick up a lot of the things that are quote unquote selling out.
Yeah.
So I think they're just getting rid of their stuff. And sooner or later, the retailers are going to get upset because they're going to be sitting on product. They don't have the space to fill all that stuff up. They got to clear it out. So JB's either got to bring down that price point, Nike's got to bring down the price point and start matching up with consumer demand.
Man, yep, that makes sense.
It's interesting about that price point because I feel like those Adidas kicks are very overpriced.
Yeah, I mean, Ultra Boost 180 to 200, depending on if the cage is leather or if it's plastic. Is that what it is? Like, they feel the same, man. I'm good with the plastic, to be honestly.
Yeah.
But do y'all think that this is going to be an ongoing thing with Adidas? Do you think that they'll be able to sustain the level that they're at now, or you think it's going to drop off?
As long as they got Kanye, they're going to be able to sustain.
Well, yeah, with the Yeezys. But do you think the Ultra Boost and NMD will be able to sell? Ultra
Boost got popping because Yeezy started wearing them. He's about to retro some Reeboks and they're about to sell. Those Power Phase, they're about to sell.
True.
Oh my goodness!
But I think they're gonna have like a trickle sale, mentality, and that's the only way that they're gonna be able to survive. Because if they try to go toe to toe with Nike as far as sheer numbers, I mean, what Adidas drop has come out in a general release Jordan number, like nothing. That's
nothing. No,
they don't produce that many.
They could have dropped zebras.
Yeah.
Those could have.
But I wonder if say you put zebras up against the Space Jam and the Space Jam numbers, there's gonna be zebras out in the store right now.
Nah, there's not.
I think so, man, because I think people grab zebras because of the resale value, and if there's a million of them just hanging out there, and
kept it hush hush. That man, listen, you put those zebras out in whatever numbers, it's an endangered species. It's gonna sell.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying they won't sell. I just think that they wouldn't sell the same amount as Space Jams.
Yeah, they're probably not doing 1 million plus or anything like that. Because Space Jams, that was their best. That's Jordan's best selling shoe.
Most successful shoe sale of all time.
Right. But those, you could have put out a good number of those and they would have flew off the shelves.
I honestly don't think that people would have liked the zebras as much if they weren't limited.
I agree.
My personal opinion.
I
agree too, because honestly, if you put them side by side and I remove the price tag, if I don't know what they're worth, if I'm gonna pick one of the two version 2s, I might pick the Belugas over zebras, and that's just me though.
I would too.
Chat, what y'all think, man? If you had to pick Yeezys and you had to pick between zebras or Belugas, if they were the same value, which one would you pick? and then we'll check out and see, you know, what's going on as we roll or whatever. But yeah, man. I mean, I hope that Jordan doesn't get back to 2012. Was it 2012, 2013, where it was just like all the sites crash. You can't cop online, because I hate going to the store. I don't want to get up on Saturday and go do nothing. I'm in the car every day. In the car. I don't want to leave on Saturday. I want to chill. I want to hang out with the dog, get up, watch a movie, get my shoes, take a nap, and go about my day. I don't want to go up in there and risk getting shot.
Exactly.
Man. And then, I mean, you live in Dayton, so you know.
Oh,
I was in Dayton when those Legend Blue 11s came out, and then someone got killed up at the Dayton Mall, and that would have been the mall that I would have went to pick up shoes. And you know, I'm not trying to risk that. I'm not like Marcus, man.
So I got the He Got Game 13s, right? And I was working that day at the hospital, and one of my friends that worked there got them for me. And he was telling me about, there was a shootout, right? You know, at the store right there. Somebody got shot because they tried. Yeah, that was for the He Got Game 13 release. That was what, 2013? Early 2013?
Yeah. And I mean, just think about when they bring these back. What is going to happen when they bring these things back? It's going to be nuts. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, depending on the numbers. I mean, because Space Jam went pretty well, I think. I didn't hear anything bad about, you know, what happened with Space Jams. I mean, I was able to cop 3 pairs. Well, actually, I copped 4 pairs. So I got my son a pair too. But I hope they do it like that, man. I hope they don't trickle them out. Don't try to do the Yeezy thing. They're way bigger than that. We don't need that. Let me see here. Fuck the hype.
Like the 2012 Red 11s. That was terrible too. We don't want to go back.
The which ones?
The Bread 11s, 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas release. That was terrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year we're getting the Red 11s.
But I think those are going to be limited. I don't think I think the blue and white ones, or blue, whatever color they are, I think that's going to be the general release. And I think those red ones are going to be like the Pantones or something like that. It's just going to be a small release on those.
Just don't put them in a pack, please.
Please don't. Well, you know what? If they put them in a pack with a 31, I'd be cool with that, because I like the 31s. When the Pantones came out, what were they? The 28s? 29. I was like, man, what am I going to do with these? I mean, I can't justify spending what was $400 for the pack retail, but then they were going for like $600. I'm like, I'm never going to wear that. Like, I bought the class of 97 with the foam and that Hawk or whatever, and that Hawk will never touch my feet.
Yep.
I mean, they need to put 2 good shoes together.
That's it.
I only bought 1 pack, and that was the Sharpies, and I took those right back to the store.
I like the Sharpies.
Yeah, but the other well, I don't know.
Yeah, the other shoes. I mean, the other shoe ended up at Marshall's.
None of that was worth it. So I just sent that.
I still got that penny pack collecting dust.
I wish I could have copped just the Sharpie. But I mean, I settled for the Royal. I mean, the shoes are so close together. I mean, I looked at all my shoes, and some of the shoes that are just so close together that I'm like, why did I buy these as well? Yeah. I mean, you ever look at your shoes and like, this is the same damn shoe as this one with maybe one little small change.
A little color splash. Yeah.
I do that all the time.
You liked it. You liked it a lot. That's why.
7210 Space Jams, we all do it.
Yeah. 70. The one thing I like about them 7210 is that white bottom, because that gets disgusting.
Man, but that's the best made 11, period. Hands
I
down.
say that.
That was a great quality 11. Nice. Even in grade school, have
I'll
two
say
there.
that, but I mean, that bottom, they should have. I would have liked it better if it was ice.
Yeah, that
Ah.
milky soul is yeah.
I mean, but you know, it is what it is. But well, Daniel's not here, so we're gonna do the gas, ass, or pass. So this is gonna be a fair one now, because you know how he does.
No cheating tonight.
No cheating. We're gonna have it straight up. Are y'all ready? So get ready to vote.
I'll
I
take
gotta
a
figure
damn
it.
place, so I gotta win.
Yep. I gotta figure out how.
Molly, did you win when you was on last time?
I don't think so.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I gotta try to figure this out. Because typically this is Dan's duty here. But he had an issue with the family. We respect that, and let me see here.
I'll see, Eros. Now you saying a correct count for once, but you was voting for Daniel last week. Come on now, don't be flipping sides because he's not on here. We can't be a flip flopper.
You're gonna be if you're voting for me. So. All right, hold up. All right. Let's see here. Molly, since you don't know which one it is.
Yeah, just go in blind. Let me know what's up.
All right, let me get it up here. Pause. Let's see here. Where is this thing? All right.
You got a random, huh?
Sure. Yeah, he did.
I hope it's a good one.
I hope so too.
Okay.
Dan and I are usually on the same page. Okay, I can rock with that.
All right.
I won.
Let me see. Let me get this.
Wait a minute. Did he change his pick at the last minute? I don't remember that being his choice.
I thought this was it.
Is it? I don't know, but
Yeah, he said it is the Burgundy.
has that shit even been confirmed yet?
Wait. Is it that one or is it the Burgundy PSNY?
He sent this picture, but I did see that the Burgundy PSNY, so he may be disqualified.
No. I got this.
He just lost it for him. Yeah, I mean, I can't even get into what's the chat saying?
Pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go around the horn. Molly?
Yes. So
What's your
I would cop these in a heartbeat.
All
Top
right.
2, matter of fact.
Oh, so then that's the gas then.
That's definitely gas. But it's grown and sexy right there, man. That's red wine, at the steakhouse. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, I see you. And then we're gonna go to our resident laced up. Michelle, what do you think about these?
Would you cop them? Would you pass it? Would you flip them?
Yeah, so it's gas, which means it's hot, you want it, or it's ass, which means it's trash, you don't want them in your collection, you're not going for them, you're not checking for them, or it's pass, where it's just like, it's all right, but I'm not gonna get them.
So it's a pass for me. Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
they're nice and everything, but there's been, for me, too many maroon colorways lately. And
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, it's tough to
I'm a bread girl, black and red. That's my
all right.
main cops.
I got you. And Marcus, I'm not gonna say the other name because everybody got all funny about
You mean Mr. Marcus? Is that the name you trying to say?
Hey man, he was burning folks, man.
Hey, don't say it like that now.
I don't think you want to be associated with that.
Now on this one, man, I'm actually gonna have to pass only because I like the PSNY version better, and I know I won't cop both of them. And if I got a choice, I got to go with the PSNY version. So I'm sorry, Molly, I got to pass on it.
No, you got to take that back. See, that's
Oh,
the poor, because that one's gonna be the poor man's PSNY. 'Cause
Exactly.
PSNY ain't for everybody.
oh man.
So a lot of people who said pass better jump back on that train.
That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
I mean, I'm gonna have to pass on it too. I mean, I don't like the soul, man. I don't like that at all. I think that I don't know what I would have changed about it, but I just don't. It's like the Florida Seminoles.
Exactly.
And you know what? I got the what is it? The cigar sevens. Never wear them.
Ooh, you're right.
And I mean, and you could wear this. You could wear this with Cavs stuff, but I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to. So I'm not going to get them, and I'm going to pass. Daniel's going to take this L. And what? Yeah. So, like I said, I can't
pass
see.
That L to Dan.
Yeah. All right. You wire it to him. And the chats with a pass.
Listen, man.
Yeah, they passing. They pass.
I tried to sell it, man. I tried to sell it.
Nice.
All right, let me see here. Let me you guys talk, and then let me pick this one. All right, here we go.
I got LeVar. LeVar said he rocked with the red velvets though. These Kyries. He said he messed with these.
I got those.
Yep.
All right. Can y'all see now?
Oh yeah.
This is Marcus's pick. Go ahead. Do your deal.
I mean, this is a classic OG colorway. This is something that everybody been asking for a long time. So, this is a definite double up cop on this. This is straight fire. So, it's all gas for me on this one.
All right. Michelle, where we at with this one?
Yeah, I have to cop those.
All right.
That's that nostalgia right there.
Yeah,
Molly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let's all be honest. Nobody really likes 13 lows. Be honest.
Hey, I'm with you.
I do like them, and I will cop them. Maybe two.
Oh, hey.
Even though you don't like 13 lows.
I like 13 lows. I rock the hell out of mine.
Me too. I love them, man. I don't know what's wrong with people. That's the dopest low in my opinion.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like the 13 lows that much. I'm not like the only lows that I really care for, honestly, is I like the ones, which nobody likes, but
no.
Hey, when you get them for $80,
that's true.
I don't think that they're ass, but I'm not gonna buy them. So I will pass. What is the chat saying?
It's kind of a mix. It's like gas and pass. It's kind of no asses so far, but it's kind of half and half between gas and pass.
All right, hold on a second.
I think there's more passes on yours than mine. I'm just saying.
No.
All right,
sir. A lot of gas.
Yes, it is.
It is not. Y'all cheating. Don't cheat me again. Now, y'all cheated me last week. It's gas.
Oh, I don't cheat.
Look at all that gas. Look at all that gas.
Chat room. Come on,
that's
guys.
Gas. That's fire. Come on now.
So we got.
Ooh, Mike said he passed like magic.
Ooh. All right. So right now, Marcus, you're in the lead, though.
Of course. What else would I be?
Set me up, man.
Yeah, he got you.
I want to recount.
Michelle, your
all
shoe.
Right.
Ooh,
that's my shoe. That's my pick. It was very last minute, but I think it's classic, and I like this shoe. So it's a cop for me.
All right.
Gas.
All right, let's go, Marcus. I bet you say the same thing because it's the same shoe as yours.
Yeah, it's this gas, man. I mean, like I said, I love 13 lows. I don't know why everybody hate on them like they do, but I think they dope. So this straight gas for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, we all can't be perfect.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, I'll speak. All right, Molly.
This is gas with an asterisk. I'll probably cop. I'll see what the numbers look like. But for me, I'm being very patient. So you just cop those sixes. Those sixes are on the way. I copped them for 103, no tax in Jersey, baby. And these might be another pair like that where they're just gonna sit. I'll scoop them on the low.
All right.
That's the best.
Oh yeah, no better feeling.
Yeah. So that's a gas with the asterisk. Okay. I'm still gonna pass. I mean, if I say that about the chutneys, I just don't really care for the cut of the shoe. I do have the playoff colorway, but I don't ever wear. So no hate or anything. I don't think it's a bad shoe, but I'm not gonna buy them. You won't see me with them. So I'm gonna pass. What is the chat saying?
Another pass. A
Well,
lot Chris Paul.
Caesar said gas, so I guess we're gonna have to go with him. So we got a tie. We got a tie.
All right.
No, wait. You had two.
Shut it.
passes.
Two.
So
What? No, who had two? Wait a minute. No, you was the only one that passed on my shoe. You the only one that passed on my shoe.
The chat did.
No, the chat did not.
A chat did.
Yeah,
all right, hold up. Let's do this for the chat. Chutneys or navies, and the winner gets the gas. Y'all go ahead and let me know, because like I said, I can't see it. Let me know which one's getting the most love, navy or chutney.
Ain't no both, Sonny. Pick one or the other. Lizzie, ain't no both. People. Okay, they go a couple of navies. We got a couple of...
Come on, choose one.
I hate you people.
What we doing?
Diana,
we doing?
Both.
Yeah, them 12s.
Beer Jedi, that wasn't even in the mix.
Listen. Shut up.
They're throwing things out.
Yeah, he's throwing out
Jedi.
Bordeaux 12. That's not in the mix.
So where are we at?
It look like the Navy's gonna take it, man. I can't stand you.
All right. So we
All
good.
right.
We good.
I bet them Navy's gonna sit
good
to
or not?
watch.
Oh, the hate.
They're gonna sit. Trust me, because you
They'll
got
sit, but then they'll still sell eventually.
the chutney's gonna sell out first day. The Navies will sit because
hey,
watch
this picture though, man. It looked like somebody wore those to hooping, like the toe.
Oh yeah, toe
boxing and
I
joints.
know y'all give me
like he got corns.
y'all give me ugly pictures.
You got hammer,
Right.
You got hammer toes. Like somebody lit black cats in there. Now we're gonna get to my shoe, the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. I mean, of course, it's a shoe that I picked, so I'm gonna gas it. I mean, I think it's classic. It's a shoe that, I mean, coming up, I want it. But I mean, like I play basketball, so I would just always cop basketball shoes. I didn't cop these, but I'll probably cop these. I'll definitely get these when they come out. I'm not even gonna front. Marcus, man, what do you think?
I hate to be the dude to do it, but I got to pass on these, man. Once again,
Man, this dude.
He doesn't own any Air Maxes.
I'm not an Air Max dude. I mean, what am I gonna do with this shoe?
Right.
I mean, look at me. Do I work out or anything? Do I look like I walk anywhere besides to the car or whatever?
Hey, man.
I'm not a
They're
walker.
very comfortable. You should definitely get a pair.
I'm sure they are. But I don't see myself going out of my way to try to get this shoe, so I'm gonna have to pass.
All right, Molly.
I'm hanging out with that no look.
Oh no.
Gonna pass. Listen, man. If it's on clearance, if it's there, maybe. But I'm just not that big into the Air Maxes. I got enough vices with all these basketball sneakers that Air Max don't really have any room. So
I got you.
The pass.
We need some more versatile people
With all those Kyries and samples.
Man.
Okay,
So
you have
Michelle.
Air Maxes. So for me, it's definitely a gas.
Oh, there we
And
go.
I wanted these a long time ago when the OGs came out, but I went straight to the tuned air and skipped these.
Okay.
So now I want to relive that moment.
Yeah, I definitely got a copy.
Michelle, let me look at your page and see if you got any Air Max on here, because if you don't have any Air Max, then we're going to have to take your vote away.
Of course I have Air Max.
I don't
have
ever
a lot of
remember
Air
saying
Max.
I don't
What's the chat saying?
Well, her profession, she gotta have Air Maxes. Come
well,
on
that's
now.
true. That's true. It looked like they're saying gas for the most part.
I don't
it's a
have any
classic.
Air Max 97s, but I have a lot of Air Max
Okay, we'll let you pass.
95s. And
Hold up. Let me get set here.
I got these. Sorry, I have to brag because I got these Pinnacle Air Maxes at the outlets for $49.
Ugh.
Wow.
The leather.
Got that ostrich leather.
Yeah, $49. I mean, can't get better than that. They're
pick
not
a
B
pair.
grades either.
I'll grab a pair for that price. But otherwise,
See?
I'm not
I
paying.
might have you convinced.
Maybe a little bit.
So Caesar obviously is going to pass because I don't think they make size 18. So
No boats.
they got to get special clearance. So let's see here. All right,
It's looking like a pass.
I'm taking the gas. But I mean, I'm not gonna cheat. It looks like Michelle, our guest, is the winner.
All right.
You got 3 gas, bro.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Not bad for picking it at 10 till the show.
I know, right? Y'all make me want to quit. Man.
You're 0 for 8 now, right? 0 for 9.
Hey, man. You'll have that. We all can't be Mr. Marcus.
Of course, there's only one. I don't know about that other guy made movies. There's only one.
Oh,
wow, Marcus, I'm gonna throw this one to you, man. I've been talking too much. We're gonna throw it at the top 5.
All right, well, we're gonna go with top 5 signature shoes outside of Jordan. And this one is a little tough for me because I'm such a Jordan head that, you know, it's hard for me to look at anything else. But the first shoe besides Jordans that I picked up that I fell in love with was the AIs, the questions. That shoe right there set it off for me. So that's gonna be my number one. If I can't go with Jordans, them questions is number one. And then
so it's signature athlete. So it's their whole gamut. So it's the questions, the answers.
I'll take all of them. The whole AI line. Then I got to go with Penny, number 2. Then number 3, I got to go with Pippen. And then I guess number 4 is gonna have to be LeBron. You know, I'd have to go with LeBron, and then Barkley.
Yep. I think those are great choices. See, I like Barkley. I just don't like him on my feet.
Yeah, it's a big shoe, man. It's a big clunky shoe, and I mean, every time I wear my Barkleys, because I have a few pair of them, every time I wear them, I feel like I'm on some skis or something because they're big. They make my feet look huge, but it's just a dope shoe.
Yeah, you look like you're ready to walk on the moon in them joints.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, you seen Barkley?
But that's the same with
commercial?
the foams.
Exactly, same with the foams.
I don't do foams
You
either.
see his commercial? Where he's like pulling off clothes? Man, he looks like he said, "Fuck Weight Watchers."
He's in that good life.
You know, him and Oprah, they always fluctuating between them two. They skinny one year and fat the other year. So
yeah. Yo, for real.
So Michelle. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna pass it off as well. So yeah, Michelle, what's your top 5?
Okay, so like you, this was matter of fact when he asked me that question, it even took me a minute to even think of what other shoes are there other than Jordans. Wait, what?
Right.
So yeah, for a minute, and then I started thinking about the shoes that I have, and I would say my number 1 would be the pennies, and my number 2 would be LeBron's, and my number 3 would be the Barclays, and then I really don't care after that. I mean, KD's, Kobe's, Kyrie's, I don't care. I'm not. I couldn't get to 5. 3 is all I got. But that's just because I'm such a Jordan head that it's very hard for me to look outside think outside the box.
Yeah, I mean, and I had a tough time, but then I started thinking about it, and I was like, all right, well, I can definitely get 5. Or actually, I ended up with 6, but we'll go to Marcus. This you, man. I'm over here hijacking your stuff.
All right, we can pass on to Molly.
All right, Kevin wants to go last, so I will go next. I mean, this is easy for me because versatility. I mean, I rock Curry, so
yeah.
Boom, Kobe, number 1.
Okay.
By far the best signature line since Jordan. So right here we got the big stage, the Grill of Grills. And then after that, it's kind of 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, whatever. So obviously, Kyrie, big Kyrie head.
I don't know how Kyrie is in your number 1, man. You got all the Kyries.
That's Kobe, man. Mama mentality first.
I got you.
Like I said, my Curries. I don't care what anyone says. I rock what I like.
Hey, nothing
Man,
wrong with
that's
that,
how it should be.
That's it, baby. Like I said, the moment I stop having fun with it, I'm done. So
You got to buy what everybody else likes, and what's the point?
Yep.
exactly.
You
This is
buying
the
shit forever.
only AIs I could find, but like Marcus, I mean, I was a huge Iverson fan. I mean, down to the finger bands, the headband, everything. I was doodling on the notebook in high school, so AI's definitely got to be up there. And then you know, as much as it saddens me, I got to put Braun up there. You know, he definitely he's got some classics.
Yeah.
So you know, we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go too much to the bronze.
All right.
All right. So what you got, Kev?
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start at 5 and work my way down. 5 is gonna be between 2. It's gonna be between Chris Webber and Scottie Pippen. I mean, I think that both of them had 6 shoes, and I remember growing up, you know, wanting both their shoes. And I did get a few of the Webbers. I got a couple of Pippins, but I mean, I did used to get a lot of Jordans. So I mean, I do remember just loving those. Number 4, I actually have one here, is gonna be the Agassiz. Man, I love the Agassiz, and I know that, you know, a lot of people ain't feeling the Agassiz. Yeah, they're really oversaturated when they do drop. But I mean, I love them. So Agassi will be my 4. My 5 or my 4. My 3, Bo Jacksons. And they got oversaturated too. But I mean, all the different bows that came out. I mean, growing up, these are the ones that I wanted and never got because I couldn't. I mean, when they came out, I could only get like one pair of shoes for a quarter or one pair of shoes, you know, for a half a year or whatever. So, you know, it was either Jordans or these, and I would go with Jordans every time, but I always wanted these. And then we're gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go with bronze. I mean, these are hit, but you know, I had to pull out the Buckeyes. This is actually my favorite silhouette of bronze too. But yeah, bronze would be my number 2. And number 1, I got to go with pennies. I mean, and maybe not even just just these foams, but I mean, just all the other ones, penny 1, penny 2, the pair that came out before these is actually dope too. But I mean, that's my one. So I mean, what y'all think about those?
I'm surprised nobody picked the Spreewell, man. I mean, what happened to the Spreewell?
I saw that.
Oh man, does anybody have any Spreewells or have ever owned them?
Never.
Nah.
I wish I had one. I wish I just had one.
I do wish I had one with the spinners on there, man. I do.
A sneakerhead clothing line. No, I didn't have none of the Dadas. I didn't fuck with none of those.
I had Dadas.
I had Dadas. I had a pair of Dadas in high school.
Yeah.
No, I just had the C Webs. Before he switched it up. I couldn't roll with him to Dada, and I mean it was tough. You know, you like Michigan player shoes. You know, so give me a pat on the back. I know African Caesar, he probably laughing over there, but.
If Weber played football, then you might get credit, but
yeah.
And then nobody said the Griffies. The Griffies are dope shoes too.
Yeah, somebody did say. I saw somebody type it in there. Griffies are dope. The one thing about Griffies, like they're kind of similar to the Barclays to me, because I think that they look cool, like on the shelf.
Yeah. But
when you put them on and you look down, like the ones with the strap, where it's like half of it is one way and then the other half is, you know, it's got the white in the middle and then the swoosh on the toe. I don't think they look right, you know. But I mean, that's just one of their models. The first Griffies I thought were the dopest.
Yeah.
You know, the most like, you know, primitive looking ones. No one rocked New Balances. I used to rock New Balances, but I mean, they didn't have anybody out with a signature except James Worthy. Yeah. James Worthy had New Balances, I believe. And
you know, sure. I'm in Texas. New Balance was never anything that you saw anybody wearing. You could barely find a pair of New Balance in the store down here, so that was never an option. I mean, now I look at them and I love them. New Balance, Asics, Saucony, all that stuff, you know. But We didn't have those shoes down here.
They make them orthopedic correctors.
Yeah, the New Balances I remember were never good.
Oh man, he said British Knights, them Ambassador MC Hammer joints.
Ah.
I had a
Anybody
pair
have?
of British Knights.
I had the Ambassador ones. I thought that was a shit. I wore them to school once, and I was like, I don't like these. I just went back to my old kicks until I could get a new pair. Sean Kemp's. I see Sean Kemp's. I could never get on board with the Sean Kemp's.
I couldn't mess with his shoes basically because that was the guy that they always said was MJ's rival, which he wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike made him look bad every time they stepped on the floor, but I just couldn't get with him just because there was always that comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I saw somebody say Gary Payton's, and I love the gloves.
Yeah.
Those are super dope. But like I hooped in them. I bought the last pair that came out, and that zipper will wear a hole in your foot. It is ridiculous, that thing. But I always thought that those were sick for sure. We got any other obscure?
I saw Grant Hill. I used to rock the Grant Hills.
Yeah.
I was heavy feli like middle school, early part of high school, Stack Houses, Grant Hills,
Oh, I forgot all about Stackhouse.
Did anybody mention KDs as a top 5?
No,
I don't think nobody.
Only KDs that really get love are the 4s.
Yeah.
The Weathermans and the Nerfs.
Yeah. I mean, I like the 6s. I got a few 6s over here, but they don't get a lot of rotation.
Yeah. Fresh 23 Jordan saying those Rodmans, those are dope too. Them industry.
I need those.
Man, you and me too.
There was 2. There was the one with the backward swoosh that I liked, and then the other one with that laced up on the side. And they're supposed to be coming out at random finish lines, but I haven't seen one at all. And I went on eBay to try to find a pair, and I mean they have the OG one for like $300, $400, and I ain't paying that. So
yeah, because a few people I've seen on IG with them. I mean, Noopy has a pair that he picked up recently. So it's just random stores that's getting them.
He said Fila Bubbles. Fila Bubbles were mash burns, weren't they? And then Kevin Johnson was with Converse, and he had that React juice. I remember people used them grandma mamas were all right, but
yeah.
I remember the React juice. People would pop holes in them and they would drain out, and then they re-released them and they didn't have the juice in them no more. It's kind of similar to the Reebok pumps without any actual pump technology.
True.
Pony, we talked about those earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about ponies. Daniel said he going straight pony from here on out.
How hilarious would that be?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, back in the day, man, all those shoes looked alike. You had the pony, like the Nike, like even like an Airship or whatever. Like they all kind of had that similar look, that similar build.
Yeah, the weapon was the shoe that we had. That was a go-to shoe before the Jordans came out. The weapons. You had to have your Magic Johnson weapon.
Yeah, you had to get that weapon. $35 holler.
Get them.
Now people like
Chucks.
fuck them weapons.
That's all it was. Chucks back then.
The African Caesar with the Michael Jackson LA gears. I never saw the actual shoe. I knew he endorsed them, but I never saw his actual shoe. I know that
I had them.
You did?
I was a Mike. I was a Mike fan. Oh yeah, the glove. I had the Jerry curl, man. I had the jacket with the
jacket,
of course.
parachute pants,
the pennant.
Off the picture.
I'm gonna have to find one. I'm gonna find one and see. But yeah, I was Michael Jackson Jr., man.
Man, you was like Alfonso Ribeiro out there.
I didn't mention his name because when Alfonso got that commercial for what was it, Pepsi or whatever, I was pissed because that should have been me.
Man.
That should have been me.
That's my spot.
Life changing. But
man.
Before we continue, C's, we're gonna have to holler about this Kobe thing because he's roasting Kobe in the chat, and I just can't allow that. So
it's your world.
No, C's, we're either gonna have to get on the podcast. You're gonna have to come on. We're gonna have to debate. You can't tell me pennies are better than Kobe, bro. We're gonna have to go line for line, toe for toe on that one. I got a bunch of Kobe's that'll slay 90% of the pennies you throw my way. So we just gonna have to educate you on that one.
I mean, I don't know. But you know what? Like I'll say this: like I grew up, such a Jordan fan that I was, kind of a Penny hater, or not a Penny. I was kind of a Kobe hater.
No.
So I didn't get a chance to appreciate, some of his shoes, and I mean, I always liked Penny. So, I mean, if I had to choose just based on that, I mean, I go with the pennies myself.
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of Kobe's that I like, but they don't release them in kids sizes, so it's kind of
alienated.
Yeah, I mean, all the good ones are not for me, so I just put them to the side. I think I own one pair, and they run big at that. Even the kids sizes run big.
Yeah.
I like Kobe's. I mean, I didn't put it on my list, but I mean, I love Kobe's. It's a comfortable shoe, and I mean, I understand what you're saying, Kevin. I mean, growing up watching Mike, loving Mike, and you see this guy come in the league and he emulates everything Mike does. For a little while, I wasn't feeling him, but then I started to embrace what he was doing, because anybody can go out there and try to be Mike, but this guy was like the next best thing, and there'll never be another. So I got to give him his props for that. And I mean, he was a baller, and it's. He gets shit on a lot just because of the way he played the game.
Yeah, let's go to the chat. Let's go, Kobe or Penny. Let's see. We'll see.
Kobe,
what we get.
Now we talking shoes, or we talking
shoes?
Okay.
Shoes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as a player, I'm gonna take Kobe. Shoes, I'll go Penny.
Oh yeah, Penny get the shoes.
I mean, and I wish that I didn't hate, because that would have given me the opportunity to enjoy basketball, because I didn't watch basketball between, Jordan and LeBron. Like LeBron brought me back into watching NBA, and, not a lot of people, I don't like LeBron, whatever. And that's fine, man. But I think that after he's gone, hopefully we have someone else to latch on to, because if we don't, then it's going to be, NBA is going to get stale, I think. But, I mean, that's just my thoughts, because I like LeBron. Let's see here. We got Penny.
You're getting a little personal. Everyone's about personal things. Talking about Colorado,
yeah, and
all that stuff. We talk about kicks and ball, man. Kobe's one of the top 5 player.
Top 5.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't like that either, because, I mean, we've had discussions in the Soul Firm about LeBron and, personal stuff. I'm like, well, let's talk about if you have to make a team, and if you lose, you got to die. You're not going to take LeBron. You're going to let somebody else get him.
Well, what's the scenario? You want to paint that scenario again for me real quick, and I'll give you an honest answer?
Like, if you have, all right, so you have your team, right? Mm-hmm. Your team of players in the league right now.
Fourth quarter? What are we talking about?
Say a whole game.
Okay.
You got to play a whole game. You're not going to take LeBron on your team. If your team loses,
come on, you can't even lie on that one.
If your team loses, you got to die. Okay. And if you don't take LeBron, he's gonna play against you.
He's gonna play. Okay. Well, I mean, that's an interesting scenario, but LeBron does have the tendency to disappear in the fourth. And if it's life or death, I need him in the fourth, man.
The only power forward I'm taking over LeBron is Karl Malone.
Well, if you're going to put him at the power forward, that's a whole different scenario, man.
You put him wherever you want, because they're going to utilize him wherever he's the best. I mean, you pick, person for person. I'm talking about in the league. I'm talking about in the league right now.
Oh, in today's game, yeah, LeBron is my first pick all day. I mean, today.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, because we go back into history, man. I mean, we can't. There's no way to make an apples to apples comparison and put people in the different eras, because we don't see how they would react against each other. There's no way to do that. I don't care what anybody says. Like, people are just going after their favorite person. I mean, you take Kawhi Leonard over LeBron for your life.
Crazy.
You're not
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, hey.
I'll give him his dues, man. At the end of it all, when he came back to Cleveland, Join my boy Kyrie. There was a little bit of a soft spot, but they're going head to head with the Warriors with Curry, man. It's an internal conflict.
I know that's your boy and everything, but I mean, you say that LeBron disappeared in the fourth, but he ain't disappear in that seventh game when he put that ball out.
Nah, he showed up game 4 though at the press conference to get my man suspended. That's for sure.
Hey man, it is what it is. If he wasn't out there kicking people in the nuts, then he wouldn't have got suspended.
No, I feel the same way about Kobe, that I can give him the respect as a player, even though I hate his guts.
Yeah, I mean, and I have a thought on that too, man. I mean, like with his whole with the whole deal with what he went through, I find problems in the way that. I mean, from what I understand, how it was reported, like, how you gonna be with 2 other dudes after that? Like, I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me.
If nobody give LeBron credit for what he did, not this last finals, but the finals before that, where he carried that team where the whole team was injured, he carried them in the finals and almost won. If you can't give that man props for what he did that year, you're not a true basketball fan.
I did like LeBron in that finals because that's the LeBron that we wanted to see. The LeBron that would take over and actually, put the team on his back and not concede, not throw the pass, be a little bit selfish, be a little bit MJ-like, because that's what we all want. We all want him to follow that blueprint, right? That's why we hate the fact that he's so passive and tentative and indecisive at the end of the game. No, take the ball. There's no one else that's shooting it. Go to the hole, get fouled, dunk on somebody, hit the game-winning 3. Like Michelle said when he hit that game winner against Orlando. I mean, that was crazy. I'm talking about the Cavs one. That might have been a different one you're talking about. When he hit I think it was might have been the Pistons actually. When he hit that game winner and he just ran crazy on the court. I mean, that's what we want to see. That's basketball. That's the NBA.
I'm sure it's hard for him to get up. Like, when you're the best player on the court, I'm sure it's hard to get up every night, especially when you that much better than anybody else. I mean, MJ was a lot better, but he had way more competition. LeBron is 10 times better than anybody else on the court. So I'm sure it's difficult to get up every night and go out there when you know that you can beat these guys in your sleep. So you're going to see those lulls in this game sometime.
Yeah, but you can't say that when he's got so many L's in the finals.
But he got to the finals.
Right.
And he got to the finals with Exxon truck.
The East is so weak, bro. The East is so weak. I can pull some dudes off the street.
Nah.
In the East.
Nah, man, come on.
The East is getting better, man. I mean, Boston is right there. I mean, Boston 2 games right behind them.
Yeah, it's still top heavy though. You throw any of those teams in the West and they're bottom feeders.
But I mean, they did win the last series, so I mean,
the East and the West are both top heavy this year. I mean, you got 3 great teams on the West and you got 3 great teams on the East. I mean, they both top heavy. I mean, if you really look at it.
I mean, I'd say it's more than 3 on the West.
Well, gone are the days of when everybody stays in one team anyway. So.
Yeah, but you know what though? That reflects on the way that business is too. I mean, there's no loyalty. A business, if you work a job, there's no loyalty that they have to you to keep you. And I mean, you get to the point where you have to do it for yourself. And I mean, that's what these players are doing. I mean, they're working the business for themselves. And I can't fault them for that. I mean, we as fans, we're invested emotionally. But if it was down to our finances and then somebody was like, oh, Kevin, I want you to stay here and work and someone's going to pay me some more money and maybe I'll be, in a better situation for my family and for, my sanity, then I got to go. And that's what these dudes are doing. And, I respect it. But I mean, there's no loyalty in anything, and these owners ain't doing anything special for these dudes. I mean, they're paying the money, and people want to say, "All right, well, you guys are getting millions of dollars," but they're getting more millions of dollars. Like these owners are getting way more money than that.
Boy, yeah, you're talking about billions.
That's the way of the world.
So I mean,
the same way.
We can't judge. We can't judge these guys on just because they're superhuman athletes. We can't they're still humans at the end of the day. And where, some people's dirty laundry comes out to the front yard, mean, a lot of people got skeletons, you know.
Glass
Hey, let me
house,
tell you, I did
glass
not
house.
burn my LeBron jersey when he went to Miami. I did not fault him one bit for leaving.
Yeah,
I
didn't-
ain't burned it either. I ain't burning nothing I pay for.
Yeah, I'm good. Hey,
I
and
didn't like the move. I mean, I didn't like the way he did it. You know, you leaving your city that you played for, like from a youth, and you leave them like that. I don't think the way he left them was good, and that's what I had a problem with.
And I mean, and Kev, you probably saw, you know, more than most. I mean, that whole economy depended on him.
yeah, but I mean, that's not his. That's not his
his
problem.
weight to bear.
And
That's
I mean,
not his weight to bear.
he had to do it, because if he hadn't, then Dan Gilbert wouldn't have taken him seriously ever, and he would have been trading people for Monix from the Flint Tropic. You know, like, I mean, he would have had him with the worst people. You know, like, go ahead and work for it, LeBron. I mean, I think he had to do it. He came back, he won a championship, and I mean,
that I respect. Like I said, when him coming back, I definitely, you know.
Yeah, and I always felt he would come back. You know, it was just the way that he made this big spectacle going on ESPN and make this announcement to break the hearts of millions of people in your city. You could have did it a different way. You could have just did it behind closed doors and let the management come out and say, hey, we just signed LeBron. But, you know, you had these people waiting, and then you break their heart. I didn't like.
The whole press conference, the decision.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a bad move. But I mean, who knows? Like, when you watch it, he says that he changed his mind the day of. So if he had that planned,
do you really believe that though, Kevin? Do you really?
I don't know.
Nah, listen.
But nobody knows.
They, in my mind, they had that plan set out before the previous season even ended. Them guys knew that they wanted to play together.
And that's possible. And I mean, they have the right to do so. I mean, that's something that we'll never know. And I think that since Cleveland got the championship, I don't think that they'll really, you know, invest too heavily in that. I mean, because when he came back, you know, there were some people like, I don't care, I don't want it. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like 2 months later, they had bronze jerseys. Yeah, I had it, and you know, and
back to it.
My thing was, I was mad when he left. I mean, as Ohio, you know, I'm proud of my state. You know, I want us to win, but at the same time, I watched how everybody else kind of hated on him, and I didn't like what was being said about him outside of, you know, it wasn't just about his move. They started getting into, you know, like there was people getting racial and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, come on now. You're not looking at it the same way.
Right.
You just want to hate on him, you know, and he's a great basketball player. So, I mean, I try to remove the emotion, and I was like, all right, well, I'll rock with him. And
not only that, man, he's a great humanitarian, and that's one of the things that people miss out on. I mean, this dude does a lot. I mean, more than anybody that's ever been. I mean, not just basketball, any sport. This guy does more than anybody in professional sports has ever done for the kids, for the city and stuff. So you got to look at that stuff too. I mean, no matter what he did, people want to say he cries, he does this and that, but how many other people regular people are donating their time, money, and efforts into what he does? So you got to look at stuff like that.
And you know what I really like about him too is that this is the last thing. I know I'm a LeBron lover. You guys don't want to hear that, but the one thing that I think is really cool is how he goes to other sporting events to cheer on, you know, the other sports, which I don't know anybody in history that's done that.
I don't like that he cheers for the Cowboys, but outside of that,
So you like the Texans?
Most of it's been in Ohio, so I'm gonna go with that.
I hate the Cowboys. I'm a Texans fan first, but anybody that's playing the Cowboys, I'm a fan of that team that weekend because I hate the Cowboys. I'm sorry, Cowboy fans, but that's what it is.
I feel that way about the Steelers. I can't stand the Steelers.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I saw Danny Nicole had mentioned we need some LeBron retros. We can talk about that. I mean, if LeBron were to retro one signature, like, you know, silhouette, which one would you guys want him to bring back?
South Beach 8. Let's go.
Yeah, I have to agree.
No brainer.
Yeah, well, which one?
South Beach 8.
Yeah, that's
the great. Or wait, the aqua one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That hint of pink.
Man, I'm gonna go with like a hardwood classic, probably like a hardwood classic 7. I like those. But I like that. I like those LeBron with the hardwood, the blue and the orange, that old school Cavs when they used to get their asses murdered in the Coliseum.
Yeah, that's a nice colorway. The
Man,
Brad Daugherty days.
Man, they were such a soft team, man. It was hard liking them. That's why, I mean, it was easy to jump on the Jordan, you know. And then they played Bulls games on local TV here and didn't have the Cavs games on. I'm like, all right, well, we just go. I mean, and back when I was a kid, I mean, I didn't really have any, like, I had a favorite team every couple years. So we would go to Indians game and watch, you know, oh man, the Oakland A's are coming in town with Ricky Henderson and Jose Canseco, you know. But, you know, that was Cleveland. Cleveland was trash in sports way back in. All right, so life is good.
Yeah.
But
well, better.
yeah, well, yeah. So
let's not talk about the Browns or anything.
Hey, I ain't talking about them. I had to go to Baltimore with them. But we won't get into that. Thriller already tried to call me out on that, but you know, they still got Cleveland roots. Let's see here. Yeah, everybody else is saying 8s. They had Christmas 8s for LeBron's.
I wish I could see the chat.
But you pull it up. Just open up a separate window and make sure you mute it, or otherwise you're gonna get the double feedback. Let's see here. Okay, this was gonna be a Daniel topic, but do you guys think that the oversaturation of OG colorways affects the legacy of a classic shoe? I mean, I put this question up on my IG maybe yesterday or the day before that, just kind of see what people would say. But let's go around the horn and you know, get everybody's thoughts.
I'll start it off.
Go ahead,
Marcus.
Oh, go ahead. You got it, Molly.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to say no. I think that, and we saw it, you know, with the Space Jams, they will so eventually. And you got to remember, there was a period of time before this where Jordans did sit, and all those shoes from way back then go for good money now. So I don't think that it's going to tarnish the brand. I think that even if they sit, it's okay. You know, from a consumer standpoint, I like it. I like to get things, you know, on the discount, especially in the OG colorway. So I will pick up those Motorsport 4s when they're down to that 125-ish area. And I might cop 2, you know, stash one away, and then 3-4 years from now, you know, that'll be the $400 or $500 shoe that everyone's dying for, because all the DS pairs are beat up, or all the pairs are beat up. There's no more DS. You know what I mean? So I don't think it'll hurt the brand ultimately.
Yeah, I feel that too.
And I
yeah, me too.
Just to kind of piggyback off Molly, I agree with him 100%. I mean, you know, being the old guy around here, I've been, you know, into this thing for a long time, and I've seen the sneaker culture, you know, have its ups and downs, and just like he said, you know, these shoes will come out and they'll sit, and then 3 or 4 years down the line, you'll see the same shoe selling for $600. You know, so I don't think it hurts it. I think, you know, Nike is smart. Nike is smart. People don't give them credit for that. We get upset with them, just like with the Air Max release. We got upset with, you know, the way things went. But Nike know exactly what they're doing when they release a couple of shoes of like the cost that's coming out for this week. It's going to bring the hype, you know, whatever. But then they're going to come out with a general release and take everybody's money. If they may not take it right then, but they're going to get your money. So, you know, they're smart with the way they do it. So I don't have a problem with them oversaturated. That's more for me to buy. If the price drops, that's even better, you know. So I love the way the sneaker culture is right now. You know, I would wish that so many shoes. I wish everything was pretty much a general release. You know what I'm saying? So you have the option to get everything. You know, but
I mean, it's interesting because nowadays there's a release every week.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the old days, it wasn't like that. You didn't get a shoe release for a while, and now they release every week and they sell all of them. So Nike's very smart, very, very smart.
Yeah, and I mean, I agree with you too, because I mean, eventually those shoes get sold, regardless if they sell for, you know, $190 or if they sell for, you know, $80. I mean, it probably costs them $20 and $30 to make these shoes. Everything's a profit, and eventually they all move out. But yeah, classic colorway to me is a classic colorway. I know that with Retro Young, he said no, because a classic is a classic no matter how many colorways, it's still going to be a classic. No matter how many, you know, pairs drop for me, it's still going to hold that place in my life when they first dropped. And I'm going to, you know, remember, you know, moments in my, you know, in my life, you know, that attached to that shoe. So it doesn't matter, you know, if I see 500 people at the mall walking around with the same pair of shoes, I'm still going to think it's dope. Now, will I say, oh man, those are the shit? Maybe not. But I mean, you know, I'll always, you know, always have love for a classic colorway. I mean, let's see here.
Well, the good thing for me is I'm not at the mall most of the time with mine, and in the hospital, I'm usually the only one. So
yeah, you're the only one.
She the Dr. House.
Man. And then Danny Nicole said, "Why does Jordan feel the need to throw pink on everything when he releases?"
Lord, don't get me started on that.
That okay is a Lacedupmd question.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Affect me.
So, yeah, I don't know why they do that, but I will tell you that I am a bread girl all day long. So, black, red, the Chicago colors, that's what I like. It has to be a really special, or I'm just really feeling it shoe for it to be pink. I don't really do pink, and I think for us Jordan head girls, we don't really want to see pink. We like the classic Jordan colorways. We don't want to see girly colors. At least that's my opinion.
The dudes be grabbing the pink joints.
Listen, yeah. I was gonna say I'll rock the pink all day. I want those pink 12s. I just missed that size.
Me too.
I'll rock a 10 and 12s, but 9.5. You couldn't give me that extra half inch. I mean,
pause.
Rock it all day. Double pause. Oh, Kevin, get your mind like together, bro.
I don't mind pink shoes. Them pink 12s would have probably been a little too much for me, and I'm not a big fan of those the pink Don C's. I mean, it actually took me a while to get on board with any of the Don C's. The blue ones I think are good. The beach ones, they're all right. The pink ones,
the beach ones are lovely.
Beach, yeah, that's the best to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I won't own them because I'm not gonna pony up the money for them. For a two, I mean, I have some twos, but I think I spent far below retail. You know, but I know that Don C's ain't coming nowhere near the actual retail. It was $400, or was it 400 or 600?
No, that was 600 for that.
600.
Yeah.
You got that hat. Fuck that hat.
Maybe they shouldn't have included the hat. Well, we didn't get the hat in the grade school, so
how much was your pair?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. Man, that was last year. I don't remember what it was.
And that box is dope. I mean, I think that's one of the best boxes for
ours.
Any.
Mines are up there, but ours have the little sack and it has the little pin, but no hat. So, but the quality on those twos was really nice. I really enjoy them. I'm glad I got
wonder
those.
what the quality, like what the differences were between the adults and the GS on those as far as the quality on the shoe. I mean, I don't have them, so I couldn't attest to anything.
I don't think that I have ever compared them to the men's, but I know that they're way better quality than most grade school
GS
releases. So
it's like, you know what I mean, like as far as like GS, the shoe that I wish that they would kind of change, but I mean, it doesn't affect me, is the foams. Like I don't know if I like the cut on like GS foams. Like they look totally different to me.
I have like 2 pairs. I bought those little posits, and then I had to go back to the men's. And this is a size 6 men's, 6.5 in the men's. So I have most of my foams are going to be in the men's version. I cannot do the kids version.
Yeah, they look crazy.
Yeah,
they look like little triangles.
They look crazy and they're uncomfortable. Like I cannot walk in those shoes. They cut my feet everywhere. It's just like, oh, I got the triple black ones and ooh.
Okay.
Never again. Those
Yeah,
things
them
are in a
things-
box somewhere.
I don't know why they do that, because it doesn't even look like. I mean, outside of the side, I mean, the toe just looks crazy.
Yeah.
But you know,
And they're not cheap. Those are 180, I want to say. I think 180 for the grade school.
Heather says she doesn't like them. Danny Nicole says they look like duck bills. And I was it 804. He said that he rocked the. They said he rocked the pink joints. The was that polarized pink. Those are straight. Those are straight. I mean, I like foams, but I don't. And I'll buy them here. And foams are actually when there's a release where there's no Jordans that weekend. That's when foam usually gets in my pocket. I mean, if there's a Jordan release, then I'll buy the Jordans, and I'll be like, maybe I don't have to get the foams. And I wouldn't have had the Royals if it wouldn't have been for me going to the mall. And then my wife was like, "Hey, those don't look bad." And I said, "What?"
They're still there?
Yeah, they were still at the mall.
Yeah,
I think that was a sign off. He signed off on those right there.
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I like those." I'm like, "All right, so
All right.
guess I'm getting these." Then she ended
Yeah.
up with a pair of threes. But she don't really collect shoes, so you know. I thought it was funny. She copped those Rihanna Fenty flip flops, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "How'd you know about those?" But,
Yeah, mine are right here going back to the store.
Why don't you like them?
I'll show them to you. I don't know. It's too girly, I guess, for me.
Which ones did you get? The ones with the bow or the?
I got the ones that just came out. And let me tell you,
Okay.
I do this a lot. I buy shoes because I'm afraid I might want them later and they're going to sell out.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah. So if I'm, my Twitter fingers be on there like, whoop, let me just buy it. And then I'm like, wait, I didn't even want this. So I don't know. They're a little funny.
Yeah, I mean,
they're real wide too. Very wide, clunky.
I think it's a sexy shoe. I'd rather come to somebody doing she got those on than a pair of Jordans. I mean, that's just my opinion,
Yeah. I mean,
hey.
Didi said that she needed to date someone that likes sneakers.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Danny Nicole says, "Do you ever feel overwhelmed by your collection?" I'm gonna let Molly go with that one because he's got
he's the biggest.
Yeah, I mean, definitely cleanup time is a pain. Trying to figure out what to wear. Sometimes having too many options, you just paralysis by analysis. You're just staring there. It's like Saturday, and I'm like, so what am I gonna wear today?
That's a daily struggle for me.
Yeah, you feel like nothing to wear because there's so many different options. So yeah, definitely it's a little overwhelming. And I tell myself I'm gonna downsize, and then I lie to myself and I buy even more. And then I tell myself I'm gonna go to sneaker rehab or something. And
we need to make one of those because I think we all need.
That's the next step. See, they want shoe cleaner and shields and all that stuff. Nah, man, rehab program. We got a doctor in the house.
Yeah,
we're certified. We're board certified.
Hey, let's do it.
Get our insurance, and then that's it. That's the retirement plan. We can still cop on the side.
And we won't be following the plan. We'll just be treating the rehab patients. That's it.
Those who can't do teach. Those who can't do teach. So
Right.
That's right.
That's
it. Yeah. I mean, I do definitely because I got a mess down here right now. I mean, it like by the end of the night they'll all be picked up. But I mean, like Molly said, it is the pickup is ridiculous. Trying to find a pair of shoes. I mean, I don't have drop front boxes, so some of mine have pictures on them, some of them don't. I try to keep them
organized
in order, from 1 to 31, and then I have my Nikes over there in a pile, but I need to get another rack for those. But we're in the process of finishing this part of the basement, so eventually it'll all be together. But it's it gets tough. And then, when I'm waiting to go somewhere, me and the wife are going out, I'll change shoes because I'm waiting on her. I'll change shoes like 5-6 times and then have a mess on the floor. And, and then I leave, I get to the car and I'm like, man, I don't want to wear these. Run in the house, change again. So yeah, it gets overwhelming.
I will never downsize. That will never be an option for me. I will never downsize.
It's a good
Well,
problem
I'll
to
tell you
have
what,
right now.
for me, I've thought about it many times because I've moved so many times, so many different states, and I've moved my stuff around multiple times from Ohio to New York to Florida, back up here, and half of my collection is in Florida at my dad's house right now. More than half. I only have like maybe a quarter of it here at that. My sister brought me 2 like big boxes from Florida this time. At least I have all my DBs together because I was really feeling the pain on that. But yeah, that's a thought for me. I think about it like, man, I'm carrying all these shoes around everywhere I go. Why? But I can't part. I can't part.
Transporting them things is a battle. I mean, because you don't want to just throw them in the back of the U-Haul just kind of loose.
Oh no, never.
It's a process. And then if you got movers, we had movers, and like, hey man, what is this? Like, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say that because every time I've moved, I've been scared that somebody's going to be like, oh, there's some value in these shoes and they're going to want to. So I had to, when I packed them in the boxes, I had to code it like in a way that I know, like, okay, I put like X1 for 11, but didn't really say what it was kind of thing. So this is my box with all the 11s.
I'd be like, cat toys.
Yeah.
Cat toys.
I don't even let the movers touch my shoes. They don't know about them or anything. I just put them in a box and I move them myself. They can take everything else. I don't care if you drop my plates or whatever, break whatever. Don't touch my shoes.
Yeah, once we get this basement done, they'll be in their own specific area with a reinforced door, and I won't worry about it as much. But like right now, like we had a HVAC guy come down here, and I was like, he's like, man, that's a lot of shoes. I'm like, oh, man, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, mind your business. They got business.
I got all these cameras in the house though, so he'd be on candid camera if he shows up. But let's see here. We got anything else? Pause on the cat toys.
Hey, we got Dan in the house.
Hey! Take over.
Mad late. But
hey,
the fact of the matter is, I'm here.
How's the kid? That's first question.
Yeah.
So there's no breaks. The hyperextension probably created some ligament damage or whatever. Like her season is probably done, to be honest.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and there's still one more comp. And then if they win at that comp, then they're going to go down to Florida. And if they go down to Florida, that's the world's thing. So, but again, like, I don't know. What up, my people? Oh, there's all kind of folks up in there tonight. What's happening? So I don't know. I don't know. I am the type that just be like, we're going to pump your little arm full of steroids. We're going to give you a whole shit ton of Vicodin. We're going to wrap this thing up real tight and put you on the floor and go do work.
Oh my God, no. Stop it.
You over there acting
don't make me come through the freaking computer.
There's a doctor here.
Oh, Lord.
You trying to Tony Romo her, man.
Let that child grow and not ruin her body, please. Let her be.
Well,
None of that is important.
You chose the wrong guest on this one, Dan.
I know, Doc. It's it's entirely. I'm gonna put a little tussin on it, spray a little Windex on it. We're gonna call it good. We're gonna call it good. We'll wrap that. I got KT tape. I've got all kinds of tape.
We'll put some water on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Put some water in it, shake it up, more tussin.
I'm good with the KT tape, but let that girl rest.
Oh man.
Right, and I'm calling the what do you call that son of a bitch? The ortho doctor.
Yeah.
Orthopedic.
Yeah, we're gonna go see him hopefully tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. What's up? What do you call it? Comment section. Sorry, I'm mad late. But it is what it is. I'm here. We're gonna put all kinds of testing on it. We're just gonna. I'm seriously like, where can I find some steroids? Y'all know anyone? Or
Mexico.
Don't make me slap you. Stop
You got the
it.
right person right here on here.
Dog, you in Atlanta?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
no steroids for that child. None.
Look, this is some college shit we're talking about. Like this is, and it's really, the thing is when they're like, you put some rejuvenator on. I just made, in fact, let me see, maybe my little light here. Bam, I got my rejuvenator shirt on. I don't have my usual display over here.
I see it over there. It's back there.
I can't see the chat, so.
Yeah. Oh, why can't you see the chat?
He said put some lean on it.
It
says, "Oh no, it looks like you're using an old version of the browser or something." I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. Well, it's the thing, but so we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Did y'all talk about the Air Max and how much bullshit that was?
Yeah, man. But go ahead and
yeah, we got 24 minutes. I want to talk about how much bullshit that was because that really hurt my goddamn feelings. All right, like from the bottom of my heart, that Air Max stuff. All four L's. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not like a quarter, not a half, not 3/4. I shot like 0 for 4 on this bitch. And as far as I'm concerned, like Nike can kind of eat my dick right now. I mean that, like from the bottom of my heart. That hurt. It hurt my. I'm sorry, Michelle. Like I know you probably haven't heard me talk like this, right? Because I try to keep it positive and keep it, normal. But like
after 9. It's after 9.
It's all right. I understand how hurt you are. That's pretty serious.
We're after 9. It's after 9. It's R-rated now. So
I mean, but you said that they could eat your dick. That's pretty serious, right there.
Right. I mean, like gobble it up and choke on the motherfucker. Like,
okay.
Like I really hope they suffer. I hope they suffer. Like
I thought she said it. What the
violation.
Yeah, like like I for real, like it hurt me. Like like how 4, all 4. How am I gonna be 0 and 26 with the Nike draw? 0 for 26.
So what is this? You're now an Adidas fan?
No. I mean, like I'm gonna start wearing Pumas.
Pumas?
No,
ponies.
Pony. That's right.
I'm wearing fucking ponies. And I'm just, I'm so, I don't even know, like Kobayashi before. I'm going to feed it to him. Like, also, you know what else I didn't get to show off? I didn't get to show off my sick-ass cup. Look at that. Bam. I got this cup to drink out of.
Is it a Yeti?
I'm going to have to drink like this all the time.
Is it a Yeti?
So that everybody can see me while I drink from the me cup. I'm gonna call it the me cup. This is the me cup.
Like TMZ. You're gonna be like the guy on TMZ with your cup all the time.
Yeah, it's just a cup of me. It sounds gross.
Oh, that's kind of nasty, drinking out your own head.
Well, all right.
You drinking out your own head, that's pretty nasty.
You see what happens when you catch 4 L's, man? You start going nuts.
Yeah, no, that shit hurt my feelings. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. See, Bearded Jedi, you had to. Bearded Jedi says you tasted yourself, and that's just too far, yo.
Oh, man.
That's too far.
That sounds like a video in Bangkok.
Yeah.
When the Marcus videos.
I will say, Michelle, you have the best pose out of anyone we've ever had on the show. Like
pose.
Yeah, you're like, are you sitting like Indian style? Because I feel like
I'm sitting on the floor and my ass hurts, so I'm like, I keep moving around because.
Like I was trying to figure out exactly how you were sitting.
One listener,
one cup. That's fucking gross.
I've mainly just been shifting the whole time I've been on the show.
All right. And I've missed it all. That sucks. But but that shit really pisses me off. Like, I understand that Adidas is doing what it's doing, and it's doing this thing, making a limited drop. Like every single shoe is a limited drop, and they're selling out, and everybody's buying them, and everybody's trying to get them. I get that, and I get that it's a productive business model to sell your shoes at 7,000, 8,000, 12,000 pair. But what does that do for the buyer? You know, it makes it ridiculous. And like, I have friends that are resellers, you know, and I bless their hearts. I'm glad they do what they do. There was a time and a place, and sometimes I have needed it. But Nike went full out team reseller on this. You know, like when the Air Max 1 OG Red is reselling for $650.
That's crazy.
It's an Air Max 1, yo.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like the Atmos. The Atmos is going for $485. The Master's going for $435. The Blue is going for $460. The Red is $685 in my size on StockX. Like how
let me ask you something though. Have you heard anything about Adidas in the last couple of weeks?
No.
Exactly.
No, they dropped those Ultra Boosts. Them Ultra Boosts sold out.
Yeah, but who's talking about it?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
not
Great.
Marcus, all we're talking about is how we didn't get them.
Yeah.
Right.
But you still any kind of publicity is good publicity, whether it's a negative or a positive response. You're getting the publicity. And what it's going to do, it's
not publicity when you're pissing off the consumer.
Yeah, but still, are you going to stop buying Nike?
No, but exactly. I mean, if you know what Adidas did was they dropped a shitload of Ultra Boost, and I didn't get any Air Maxes, so I was like, all right, well, let me try out these Ultra Boosts. Now they've got a new customer, so say I haven't bought any Ultra Boosts. I have some NMDs. They're nothing to write home to mom about, but maybe if I like these Ultra Boosts, maybe instead of buying, you know, a Nike release on a weekend, I might buy an Ultra Boost instead. I mean, and they're opening themselves up to that. But I think,
are you gonna go out and buy an Ultra Boost and post it on IG?
No, I'm gonna buy an Ultra Boost and rock it around the neighborhood.
I'm gonna wear it to do my dad shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultra Boost, and them shits is fucked up. I wear them shits all the time because them shits is fucked up. But like, Nike doesn't have to play those fuck games. They don't have to do that. Nike is the biggest brand. Even when Nike has a bad quarter, Adidas still has to play catch up. Nike doesn't have to play those fuckboy games like Adidas does.
But they created those games, so why stop playing them now? They created it.
Because they don't have to.
But before
Michelle, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. I was upset not because I didn't get any of the 4, because I didn't get any of the 4 either. I mean, I got the Atmos resale, but not for retail anything. But I was upset because they drew me into this vote last year, and every single day I was out there like, oh yeah, that's the shoe I'm going to get next year. And they talked about how, oh yeah, everybody's going to be able to get it. And then they released it limited. Like, why to tell everybody it's going to be and not a limited release, and then you release it limited? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, they just finished the vote, and was it Sean Witherspoon?
Yeah, he won with the 97 with the Air Max 1 bottom.
With them the corduroy joints, and I mean it was all right, but I mean he had the whole community behind him. I mean,
yeah, Kais video out.
Well, I mean, I saw a lot of people pumping for him because I mean he's the owner of Round 2. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. They have a actual like hour-long programs about Round 2, and I mean that kind of drew me in. So I mean I would support him. But I mean, no one's gonna get a chance to get these shoes. I mean, what's the point? I mean, people are gonna stop voting after this next year. If people don't get the shoes, they're gonna stop voting, or people are gonna get together and vote for a terrible shoe.
I agree. Honestly, perfectly. That's a perfect example because I voted once for one shoe this year, and then every time the reminder came up on my sneakers app to vote, I was like, nah, not today. I don't care. Not gonna matter anyway.
I voted twice. I voted once for Sean, and I voted once for the Mexico City, the girl from Mexico City. I thought that was kind of a dope.
I think that was a dope shoe.
That was the one I voted for, but only one time, one day. That's it. They got no more of my time. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin, since you didn't get any of the 4, what did you pick up?
I got the consolation prize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's smart. You have to look at it from a business standpoint. That's smart marketing. We're gonna make 1 million of these consolation prizes, and everybody who don't get the shoe that they want is gonna go out and buy these consolation prizes.
But those would have sold anyway. They would have sold anyway because they're so similar.
If you would have dropped both of those shoes, that 2.0, whatever the hell it's called, would not have sold. It would not have sold if you would have dropped the same numbers. It would have sat. It would have
like the Flyknits did. The
Exactly.
Flyknits didn't sell very well.
Exactly.
Same shoe.
But since you couldn't get the shoe that you really wanted, we're gonna give you one that looks just like it, and you're gonna buy it.
Buy that shit. I didn't buy that black ass shit. I had that bitch in hand, like looking at it, like
you didn't buy it. But if you go back and look at
it, to be the shoe that I wanted, and what I got was the Dookie. I got this trash.
Okay, but how many people bought that Dookie? How many people?
Everybody.
It sold out.
On Nike, it's in every Foot Locker. I can go to any
it's
everywhere.
Now they sold out. They sold out. The 2.0 sold out here. They sold out. And then the Vapors.
The Vapors are sitting in my Foot Locker, but they sold out at my Finish Line today. I went by there today. They have a 10 and an 8. And I tried on the size 11 on the Vapor.
What you think?
It feels weird. Are you shaking?
It feels weird?
Yeah, it's gushy. It feels gushy. I'm 250. I'm 254 pounds. You know, like I'm a big boy.
Yeah, you're fat.
Yeah. Oh, fuck your ass.
Oh man. Hey man. Whoa. Pause.
Don't get the Bengay out, man. Like, I'm just saying,
we're gonna feed you the meat.
You know, I ain't in the motherfucking mood. Oh man. I'm not trying to hear from Moses this evening.
Oh
okay. Man. He said, get your tablet.
You called me.
Get your tablet out.
Look, I just ate a large size milkshake and it was fucking delicious. And I loved every second of it. That shit was amazing.
So now you're 255 pounds, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a delicious 55 pounds.
Man.
I like it. Yeah.
Ooh. Shots fired.
No, she said you cuss too much, so be quiet.
You coming in hot, man. You see the 4 L's a do, man. 4 L's goes to the head.
That's how I feel bad. Like, but yeah, so I don't like that. I don't like what Nike's doing. Because if y'all remember like 2-3 years ago, like all the Jordans were actually hard to get.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. That's what I was saying before.
Yeah, and then now it's gotten like Air Max 1, like I mean like. And they already made that Friends and Family one, that white one. The white
Friends and Family one was doper, I thought.
Yeah, it was. And we couldn't even get that bitch.
Yeah.
We couldn't even get, like, you had to play with a dick or two to get those. And I'm not down.
I ain't trying to have those.
Well, all right.
Like, they can keep the white ones. I'm not even messing with it. Like, for real.
Straight porn tonight.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm just,
Got real raunchy the past 24 minutes.
like, I'm a bit fired up. I'm a bit fired up about that.
I see. We're gonna have to call Nike and be like, look, you're making him just go
on. I'm making a video. Nike will hear from me. Like, they're gonna hear from me. I don't know. And like, we got African Caesar and shout out to African Caesar tonight. He's in here. And he's talking about how the calls are trash. Shut up, Marcus. And the Vapor Max joints are dope. I think you need glasses, dude. Like, I think what they're doing is cool, but I feel like it's a transition shoe. I feel like it's something in between the Air Max, you know, whatever 2017 or whatever it is they released, and then now it's coming like what now? And they have this other transition.
It's like a Flyknit racer on an air bubble.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
But I mean, I wanted to see how comfortable they were, so I took a chance on it.
Everybody's in the comment section about how this went south, and
I actually liked it. I like the shoe. I didn't get a chance to try it on, so before I buy that, I want to try it.
You want to try it on? I didn't. I would have bought it had it been like I guess what I thought it was, you know. But I can't do it. I'm too big. I'm a big old fat
I think that they should have come out with a different colorway as the first one, not an all white. I think that they would have probably. I mean, they still sold out. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I entered the draw for the all black, and I took an L. So.
Yeah,
did anybody do the ID?
I did. I got the red ones with the clear bottom. I didn't like the green bottom. But
and the black bottom one was by far the dopest one of the whole group.
They
You
didn't
can
have
only
the
get-
black bubble on the ID
Yeah.
though.
they only had,
You
and then
could-
it was a multicolor upper, and then you could either get a clear or you could get that green
The Volt
color.
Yeah.
Go straight on that. So the red one goes. I'm not gonna wear red around here all day. So
Did you see Ronnie Feig's pair? Ronnie Feig, whatever.
uh-uh.
Them shits was dope. Like I don't even like the shoe, but I do want to talk. Did y'all talk about the cause at all? Because you know that
Nah,
drops-
we can talk about it.
No, we can get into it.
Man, we talk about them shoes every week. What's week?
Marcus,
Yeah.
we can talk about the calls.
Oh, and then okay, we're gonna talk about the cause, and then I would like to end this on the chicken wop fiasco that happened on our sister show.
Yeah, for sure.
Chicken flop.
Yeah, chicken flop, chicken fake. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm usually not good on throwing shade. I'm usually not big on throwing shade, but I feel like it's.
You know, I'm the petty master, so if you want to let me do it,
Oh yeah, we'll let you field the cause.
Oh
That's
damn!
petty
He got outed.
Yeah.
He's I'm the petty master, and they dropped his ass. YouTube was like, "See ya."
Oh man.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. So
He does that.
these cause, you know, these cause are like super limited. There's one store here getting them. One store.
Wish.
Yeah. And he's back. Wish is getting him, and they're doing a first come, first serve.
Somebody's getting shot.
Yikes.
Lord mercy.
Right, and
That's
it's
brave.
not. Yeah, and it's not in like the best part of Atlanta either. I mean, like it's not like how can I put this? Like, it's not the worst part of Atlanta. Like, it's not like in Morrow or out in Clayco. Like, it's down in Little 5 Points, right? There can be a rougher crowd out in Little 5 Points. I mean, they call it Little 5 Points not because it's like, you know, a great place to be, you know, like, but it's a kind of a hip place. But that's the only store that's getting them in Atlanta, you know. And when these then that Jordan pack dropped, the Atmos pack, the 3 and the Air Max 1, like, oh, come on, like people were mashed in this, like the handicap line, you know. Like, oh man, like I'm not even. I wanted that shoe for me to wear, and I'm not even gonna try. One, I can't keep up with them young Thundercats in the fucking line. Two, I'm way too old to be sleeping outside for tennis shoes, and I mean that. Yeah, I mean that. I mean that.
You're putting your safety in jeopardy though in that.
Mm-hmm.
For real. I mean, look at all those videos in Soho and all those lines in New York and all that mess.
Yeah, what a dude had his whole booty out. He throw not one punch, but he was still trying to get in there and get them shoes. He's like, I can't catch this charge. I got to get these shoes.
And he never pulled his pants up. Never pulled his pants up.
Dude was trying to. Did he grab you like this, or did he grab you like this?
I'm confused. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about.
Jay Schwan, he said only 4 stores in Shanghai getting the causes.
Right,
900 pairs.
Yeah,
Four
the
stores.
pre-orders on them are starting at $2,500.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
great.
see, and Thriller is out. He's going out and getting in line for the Masters and still caught an L. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not willing to do that. So I've already moved on from them zebra shits, which is now my official name for any shoe that I know I can't cop is the zebra shits. And I think it's a dope shoe, but I mean, who is copying that shoe? Who's copying it? People that ain't gonna wear them hoes. They're people that are gonna sell them bitches, and that sucks.
You know what's funny about what you just coined in the medical world? Whenever it's a rare diagnosis, it's called a zebra. There you go.
Yeah. So them zebra shits, I ain't gonna be able to.
Drop the mic. Bang.
Yeah.
Oh,
and speaking of the cause force, there was this dude with a bald head and a beard, and he was clearly not an Asian fella. Walking around Sneaker Con Cleveland holding a pair of those cause and the Arctic Orange Don C's.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was at the Sneaker Freaks in Columbus yesterday. I seen that dude. walking
And
around with his camera.
That's that walk dude.
Is that? I was about to say,
no.
is that chicken walk?
Mhm.
No, he
The
comes.
dude that had the
That's not
cause
him.
was a black guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, not OG Sneaks or
No, that's not OG Sneaks.
no.
I'm talking about the dude from Canton.
Zeke Sneaks, the collects. Those were the dudes from Cleveland.
They
Yeah,
had the real, like there was one guy that had a real pair where the stitching on the wing was like straight, and they didn't have the curves. Right, the fake pair had like bubbles around the thing. So there was like a white dude with walking in with they had the Arctic orange laces tied to the cause laces. He just straight steady talking trash about that shoe, man. And Blaze is John Blaze is talking about how he's gonna cop and that's dope, man. I can't do it. I can't see spending that much money on that particular shoe. Yeah, and did Scoop get fakes from Too Much Soul? From what I understand, Too Much Soul is a direct reflection of WAP. They're like they go either they're the same person or they're hand in hand. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is if you say you're going to be on the show, right? Like Michelle here, Lacedupmd is like, yeah, I'm going to be on the show. She was here. She was ready to rock. The only person that wasn't on the show that was supposed to be on the show was me. And that's because I had some fucking extenuating circumstances that kind of pulled me away because family will always come first. But this dude didn't answer the phone. He didn't do anything. And I think that's bogus. You had this one opportunity to come out and shine light on the fact that the Wexler guy, the guy that runs a heavy marketing part for Adidas, straight up said, you have fake shoes.
He's running.
Yeah.
He's hiding.
Right.
Exactly.
He had this opportunity to come out and clear the air, and he didn't take it. And to me, that's trash. It's trash. So people can still buy from this dude if they want to buy from this dude. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you got fakes on. Like cool.
But let me play devil.
Well, at least pay some fake prices, not some.
No, they were
right.
Let me play devil advocate on that. I mean, could it be that he is afraid of letting people know where he's getting the shoes, where his connect is coming from? I mean, could it be that he just don't want? Do we know?
Yeah, because his shoes look like this. When they come, they're like this. Like them shits are smuggled. The hashtag smuggled life. Like
I wish that like somebody who like whoever bought from him, if they get their shoes, checked out and see, what he's actually getting his hands on. Because, I mean, what he did yesterday pissed me off because I was looking forward to the interview.
Me too.
And I definitely understand Caesar's frustration because I would have been heated. Because you prep for this. It's not easy. I mean, we come out here and we kind of kick it, but we have prepped things to go through, and they have their stuff, even a little, they're even more structured. So when you change something out like that and then everybody's advertising for it and we're all getting excited to see it and then you don't come through, I mean, and not even an explanation. I mean, I get pissed off in my job. I have appointments all day. And if I come to your place and you're not ready to go and you don't call me or you're not there, I get pissed off and I have personal problems with you at that point. So, I mean, just the disrespect and that, I think that, I mean, I didn't trust him after the whole thing went down with Wex, but especially after now, fuck him.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I stand on it. And people are like, God damn, Daniel is angry. And I'm angry for a couple of reasons, and it's not just because of that dude. Like I took that 0 for 4 Air Max thing kind of hurt my feelings. Right? I'm taking an L on Air Maxes. I took an L on the PG1 again. Like
there's probably
just
don't be too offended on the PG1. There's probably all of 5 available.
But there was a full run when I opened up the app, and then within moments I had that fucking no-go. Bam. You know, and I don't want.
There you go. Get the Kyries instead. There you go.
Right, and I saw
What
those.
do you mean,
I saw
these?
those. Man, I found those
Okay.
for you. I found those for you.
So I have some information on this Whoop guy.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna give it.
My sources tell me, seriously, my sources tell me that his family works in sneaker production in Korea.
Oh. And
So,
they just yank them and sell them to him or send them to him. But I heard he's white.
Yeah,
he's white?
he's
I
a
don't know.
white dude. I
don't
think
know
he
about
may
all
be
that.
connected to people that have people that work in, because I mean, some of those shoes you see that are flat. You know, I think a lot of the Nikes that he gets generally are gray markets. You know what I mean by gray market? Like it's
Where it could be from a plant that
Factory
Mhm.
yeah.
right. They're like B grades that they kind of pulled out, or they have the same materials but they're fabricated somewhere else. Which I don't know what part. I don't know when the shoe becomes a shoe to a fake. I don't know when that line is drawn. If they have the same materials fabricated at a different spot, is it a fake? Or if it's, you know, they take a real pair and then they refabricate at another plant using the same materials, is that a fake? I don't know. I don't know when it becomes a fake, you know, but I know that for me, I don't trust him or his partner in crime, you know, too much so.
So he's Korean.
Is he? Because he's got a beard and he's bald. I mean, I've physically seen him at Cleveland, and he looked white to me. But not that matters. Honestly.
Caesar, I need to see a picture, Steve. Go ahead and text that to me.
But the fact of the matter is like it's suspect, right? And it's not like he's charging reasonable prices. You're not getting a box. Why are you not getting a box? You know, you're not getting the original bagging or the packaging or whatever. You're not getting it.
There is no box when these shoes are first made. There is no box.
Right.
There is no packaging. I mean, he's getting a shoe that's probably pre-production.
Right.
And what I think about the whole situation is that somebody caught wind that he was going to come on the show and they shut him down, whether it be Nike, Adidas, or whoever it may be. They shut him down. And he can't speak on that. So his way of handling it is just saying, I'm just going to be a no-show. Because this dude is getting, I'm not going to call all his pairs fake. I'm sorry. I can't do it. If this guy has a picture of a shoe that we don't even know about, and he's the first person to show it, and then 6 months later, that shoe drops exactly like the one he had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't call that a fake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think a lot of his Adidas stuff can be fake. I think the Nikes are the gray markets. I think they're getting the cuts right out of their, like, because I think it's easier to smuggle I mean, he's clearly on that smuggle game, like for real. Like, I mean, you've seen the pair. Like, every time he has a first pair picture, like the first picture, one looks like a shot with like a potato camera, like it's like click with those like old Nokia phones. They're always super smashed down. They're way out of shape. You know,
But you know what?
Yeah.
That goes along with them being in the factory. That you're getting pictures from people who are working in there who probably aren't supposed to be taking pictures, and so they have their little Nokia in their pocket. And what I understand is that these shoes don't go through the final quality control.
Right, and that's kind of. So I don't know at what part it becomes fake. I don't know where, like, are they made in that factory, or are they pulled pieces out and then make them at an additional factory? Like, I like how you're getting real-time information as we have this conversation.
I know, right?
Like, she in the loop.
She said, hold on a second.
So, I mean, like, I don't think that all of his shoes are fake. And I think that there's a certain amount of hype that Nike gets from his page, because he does. Like, there are early shoes that he posts. I follow him for that specific reason.
You want that's the best way for Nike to see what the demand is going to be for a shoe. Let's get this guy who has no ties to us as far as the community knows. Let's give him this shoe, have him post it with these weird ass shots, and see what people think. See what the comments are, you know. And that's a good way to gauge how we're going to react to a shoe.
Right.
I mean, you could leak it anyway.
Well, if that's Nike's strategy, that's pretty genius.
I mean, you could leak it. You could leak it anyway. I mean, anyone could drop a picture. I mean, you could
fucking potato camera.
You could create a random Instagram if you were Nike with someone else's name and do it yourself. I mean,
how do we know they're not doing that?
It's possible.
We don't know.
It's possible.
Maybe it doesn't even exist.
Anything's possible. I mean, I'm speaking out of sheer, like that's our sister show. I wanted to see what he had to say because I wanted to give him an opportunity. Because I mean, not that he had to prove anything to me, but I wanted to know more. And I felt let down. So
I mean,
it is what it is. Either his stuff might be real, it might be fake. At the end of the day, we still don't know for sure.
I agree.
I mean, he could have come on the show though. Like, he didn't even have to answer the questions. He could have just said like no comment or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
You said you were gonna, or don't say you're gonna be on the show.
Yep.
Right, and you can set it up to where the video doesn't show, just like this. Like you could have the picture of somebody in a raincoat or whatever, on the thing, and then boom, like this is how I'm gonna do the show. Or you can go back to your webcam and have it like this, or whatever. Again, I don't know if they're fakes, and that's John Beatty and Sunny Footwork are both they're like, I don't know if he has fakes, but these are only the answers that he has. They're unauthorized. They are shoes that haven't made it through quality control. They'll have a slight defect from the original design, i.e., the wings having the stitching that's crooked or whatever. And Pino did brand him as a fake, and that was enough for me as well. 804, for real. But for me, I think it's good for Nike's business. It's like what he's saying. It's a propaganda thing. It works well. It gets the business out there. But for me, I'm not. I don't buy it. I wouldn't cop from him. I don't feel safe from it.
No, not at all.
And plus, again, for certain shoes, especially the ones you're gonna, and that's another thing. His prices. I mean, like I've hit him up asking about how much the prices were, and they're crazy. They're like
they're up
crazy. And
so
go ahead.
So you tell me if you think this is an actual legit shoe or a fake shoe. So, all right, Nike sends your company a sample to possibly produce the shoe for them. Now you have the specs and they put in an order. Let's say they want your factory to make 5,000 of them and you might make a few extras. But let's say your shoe isn't the final, like it hasn't been checked for quality control, but you have the specs and it was made in that same factory. Is that a real or is that a fake?
That's
a fake.
It's unauthorized. It's not fake. It's unauthorized.
It's a UA. Yeah,
it's unauthorized. A fake would be made in a completely separate factory that has the specs. Yeah, they have the specs of the shoe, but they haven't been authorized by Nike to do it. Unauthorized is where Nike commissions you to make that shoe.
Right. Okay. So that's Jay's. Jay's is my face. Yeah. Okay. So John. Okay. Yeah. You need to have an account with Jay's is my face. I'm over here saying your government name. It sounds like I'm talking to the police over here. It's making me nervous.
No governments. No governments.
Yeah. And so Footwork Official. Tell them to put the kicks on. And run a quarter mile. If the sole come off, they fake. Midsole Monday midsole conspiracy theories. I think that if they're not made at the factory, that the general, like, I don't know. For me, if I don't get the box, I'm not interested. Like, I know that some people are making a switch to the clear boxes, and I know that those people are traitors.
Hush.
What was that? Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, you're a traitor too. Clearly, no. I mean, I respect it, but I just $10 a box is a no. I mean, that's $2,000 just to box my collection up, and and I have like an emotional attachment to the boxes. You know,
I
really
do too. I've thought about it so many times and was about to pull the trigger, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all the boxes? I'm not going to throw them away. So now I'm going to have double boxes, clear boxes and boxes.
Right.
Do what I did. You break them down, you put them in one big box, and you store them that way.
Well, man, you got a huge ass house.
Had a lot of time on
That's
your
a
hands.
lot of
clearly.
work.
Like, I ain't got
A
no
lot
room
of
for that.
time on your hair.
Y'all get cussed out for that.
At a garage or something. You know how to hide things. Come on now.
All right, so we're accustomed over here. It's like, well, I got the Pinnacle ones from Marshalls for $150 with no box, but I got hella, that's a total different thing. Like if you're gonna be picking up a $400 shoe for $150 from Marshalls with a fuck a box,
Yeah,
that's fine. But when you're gonna pay, $3,000 for a quote unquote sample pair with no box, or anything.
So if you can get a sample pair of the cost for $400 with no box, you're not going to take that?
I'll take them.
I'll take it. No hesitation, and they don't even fit me, and I still would take them.
Right. Yeah,
Or-
but that's not the case though. The case is you're paying out the fucking ass for that quote unquote sample,
Or you
I mean,
could
I
get
guess
some
technically it's a sample.
unauthorized authentics from the goat.
Did you burn the goat a little bit?
No, I didn't. We didn't even get into it. We might have to save that for next week.
God, man.
I think I need to hear about this.
Oh, well, look, if the doctor says so, the doctor says so. All right, so this is gonna be a longer episode.
We should protect each other.
This is gonna be a longer episode, mainly because I'm here now and it's better with me. I'm just saying.
We're going to OT. We're going to OT.
The count did drop down after you came on.
It did. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's been going up and down, man.
Enlighten us.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got into it last week. And for those that didn't hear about, my issue with the GOAT, brief history. We were watching our sister show, Soul Food. Shout out to Dabs, OG Sneakers, and Bearded Jedi. And, they were talking about the GOAT sending somebody fake shoes. And I had just gotten a pair of shoes from GOAT probably a week before that. But I got them from the GOAT, so I thought that I was good to go. So then, who was the guy that had the video you guys told me to check out? Fierce or
fantastic, fantastic kicks or hold on, I'll pull up this information.
The big dude,
the big cornbread white boy.
Yeah, and he said that someone had gotten a pair of fake human races. So I'm like, man, let me go and check these shoes out because I didn't even think to look at them. Because typically, if I get something from eBay, I'm all in those things.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got them from GOAT. I'm like, no big deal. And now you're seeing all the famous YouTubers or whatever, doing videos about GOAT. So they're adding validity to what GOAT's legacy is or whatever it will be. Anyways, so I go down and I'm like, let me check these shoes out. And I look. And the first thing I look at on ones is how the swoosh is. I don't know if you guys can see that. Typically, do I have a pair of ones? I don't think I have a pair of ones. Actually, I do. Hold on.
It's got that golf club check on.
Yeah, the swoosh. Let me see if I can get them side by side. Like, I mean, can you tell the difference in how it's got that pointy, longer swoosh on the legit pair?
There you go.
All right, these are my my OG Gym Reds, and then here are the blue or Royal 2013 from the GOAT. Let me see if you can see how that it looks like a peace pipe. It looks like an upside down Newport. And oh, you got the franchise. And then these legit pair, it's got a sharp Nike swoosh. I mean, that was the first thing. Was the first thing that I saw. And then if you look at the midsole, I don't know if that's gonna pick that up.
There you go.
And the midsole actually, I mean, this is the midsole on the pair from the GOAT. It's kind of like, I mean, you can see a pattern if you really look hard, but it's not like these, where this pattern is definable, where you can see how the line, you know, I hope I don't have Scoop nails. Shout out to Scoop, though. He's cool as shit. I like Scoop. But I mean, and it was different. And I was like, all right, well, maybe they let a pair of shoes get out that they shouldn't have. Because I mean, I got the little authenticity thing from GOAT. There's the little thing or whatever. Like maybe they let one get out. And so I hit them up.
You know, they seal it with a little thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got it. It's sealed. It was sealed.
So this guy that I have it pulled up right now. Can y'all see the franchise kicks thing?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to stop screen sharing, but here's a little plug for this dude. And what he pulled up was some Twitter. Sorry, I'm trying to get off this screen share thing. So he had this guy put up a Twitter. He had a pair of his human races versus a pair of another human races that he had gotten from GOAT. And he had gotten a pair. They were smaller, significantly smaller, but there were a lot of like holy shit differences, you know. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm not ordering from GOAT. And then that stuff with Kev happened, and then we hit up Fake Ed, and he was like, no, there's problems, man.
Yeah, and I mean, so I hit him up. I hit him up on their app first. I said, hey, I sent the pic because you can add a picture. I put the picture of the swoosh on the bottom, and I had my my 2013 breads right next to them. I mean, the same year. It's the same mode. They're all going to be the same mode at the bottom. But I say, hey, it looks like these look to be fake or whatever. What do you guys think? I got no response. So then I'm like, all right, well, let me go ahead and message him on Instagram. So I shoot him a DM, and I attach the pictures, and I'm saying anything, and I'm giving them a benefit of the doubt because I mean, anybody, it could happen to anybody, but I'm pissed off that it happened to me. but still, though, like I'm not, things happen, whatever. But then they still never respond. So then I open up a PayPal. I open up a PayPal dispute, and I give it a day, and then I escalate it, and then I gotta wait. I forget, maybe a week and a half. I thought I had to wait, and then they never respond. So PayPal gives me my money back. Now I have these shoes. I mean, but they're fake, so I'm never gonna wear them. But it pisses me off that, all right, at least correspond with me. Let's talk about it, and let's make it right. I mean, granted, I got my money back, so it's right. But you guys should still acknowledge me because you guys are selling, a service. You guys didn't do the service, and you guys are paying or feeding YouTubers. They're putting their credibility on the line for your brand. So. And the fact that they couldn't message me back. So, I mean, I am going to put together a video about it and I'm going to put it out there. And
that's for customer service. You should respond to your customers, even if they, gave the money back or whatever.
Yeah, even if you're in the wrong, acknowledge it and apologize, and that's it.
And we move on, and it never gets mentioned because I mean, I haven't posted anything on my Instagram. We talk about it here, but I haven't posted the picture, the comparison, on Instagram. So, it is what it is.
So for me, and the people who are talking about StockX in here. Now, here's what I know about StockX, right? And I have ordered plenty of shoes from StockX, plenty of shoes. I've spent a lot of money with them, and I will continue to spend money with them because what I pay for with StockX is peace of mind. Right, that's what I'm paying for. I'll pay a little extra from StockX.
Yeah,
right, as you should with GOAT. But I have gotten Tag their ass too. Don't fuck around. Tag their ass in that.
Oh, you know we will.
But like, so for me, I twice I have gotten an email from StockX where they've been like, something went wrong and the pair that we got were not whatever. They were not on the level. And they sent me a code for free shipping twice. Right. And then I ended up getting the shoes, from a different, but so not only are they checking, but they're also communicating with the buyer that, hey, we got the shoes in, but they were fake. Here's a free shipping code. And I like that about StockX.
Yeah, and I mean, and Sneakerhead's Clothing Line just said PayPal is peace of mind, and I agree to a point but if you don't check the shoe, and then you realize you got a pair of fakes a year down the road, like how are you going to explain that? Like you're stuck spending $400, $350, $500 on a pair of shoes you couldn't get, and you got a pair of fakes now that you got to eat. So, I would say check all your pairs regardless. I mean, after this experience, I'm going to check. I mean, outside of, getting them directly from, Nike or Foot Locker,
right.
But I mean, I don't think it was us that we talked about, or I talked to somebody about it, that if you get a pair of shoes on a restock, you need to check those out too, because a lot of times people get a pair of shoes, send them things back, and then they don't check them.
No, it's a bait and switch, man.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, I posted a video not that long ago, last year, or I think this past summer, of those red and white 12s when I ordered them on Nike online. And I literally opened the box from Nike, sealed and everything. And when I pulled them out, they were creased.
Oh, man.
So they were clearly returned. Somebody wore them. So I took them right back to Nike. But, that's crazy.
I've gotten shoes that I suspect have been worn. I bought a pair of the Nick foams from Jimmy Jazz, and I'm like, it looked like somebody played indoor in them.
Wow.
But
they may have and again, I think you get what you pay for. And Marcus is very specific when he says that he does not buy online. Right? Go ahead, OG.
Only stores I buy from online, and they the marked up stores, Soul Supremacy, Fight Club, places like that. But outside of that, I'm going straight to the retail store.
So I won't. So I have one experience with Fight Club, and I did not like it. The shoe I got the box was trashed. They were the Sport Blue 3s, so it shouldn't have been that big of a deal. Right? It's not like the Sport Blue 3s were just flying off the goddamn shelves when they dropped, right?
What'd you say?
No, she's not talking. I was
Good night.
Like,
Sorry, my daughter.
So, but I got them, and they didn't have. One had an insert in it, and one had paper in it. And none of that stuff equals fake to me. But what's the product that they're selling? And I'm like asking for DS stuff, and they're not originally laced. And they don't have this in it. They don't have that. And one has paper, one has an insert, cardboard insert. I didn't like my experience with Fight Club. And with StockX, I've never not had a dead stock pair of legit check shoes. So I will continue to use their product as long as I'm receiving something. And I still check them. I still go to fucking Fake Education's page, and I'll hit up other people like, hey, let me see what you got. See how, blah, blah, blah. See Fight Club screws people with online orders, no extra laces, creases. Friend had to go after them through PayPal. Yeah, and so, I don't know. Fight Club, I think if you're going in store, you're going to see what you're going to get. But when you're ordering online, you get what you get. And I think that's the part of it, But
well, we'll see what my Atmos look like. That's my first time on StockX, so.
They'd be legit. They'd be good.
Yeah, StockX is dope. And people want to get upset about how the OVOs from the guy that sold me the Suede 11s luckily made me think that they could be fake. to so what you know they are fake. That sucks. Where'd you go? I bought some fake OVOs from the guy that sold me fake Suede 11s. Right. Well, I don't think I'd have bought if I'd have known some dude bought a pair of fakes from. I'm confused. I'm confused with this comment. I've read it twice, trying to figure out more than twice. Never realized it. That sucks. You know.
All right, Shanghai.
The fake game is real, man. It's real, and they're getting better and better. You know. So, and this is one of those things where I feel like you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, and sometimes I just have to go with. I'm just not gonna get a come up on these. I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm gonna have to spend an arm and a leg. I'm gonna have to drop $2,000 to get the Air Max 1 complete set that I want, which I will probably end up doing. Don't shake your head at me. I don't need your judgment.
While you're at it, get my DB5s for 15 or 17.
Oh.
You already pretty much have all of them. Bro, way more.
Yeah, you got all of them but the 5s.
The 5s are hurting.
You got that good medical pay. Like, what are we talking about? I got good medical insurance.
I don't. So there you go. I have to pay penalties instead.
Can't you just do your own treatment?
Oh no, nobody respects us.
You just cut this up. Oh, good. And just cotton the white Yeezys. You can make an easy trade. Yeah, and that's that's kind of what I'm hoping to do is but from what I'm hearing, the all white Yeezys, the cream Yeezys, are on the same level as some zebra shits. So.
So they zebra.
I don't understand who the hell wants those shoes. Like, are you kidding me?
John Blaze said he copped the Royal ones too. How they show up? I mean, and I think that they probably most of the shoes that come through there are legit. But I mean, when it was my pair, fuck them. You know.
I looked at me and him hop back and forth. His check on the bottom looks square, so like the stuff where yours didn't, his didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't have been able to tell without the comparison because I don't think it's that much of a difference as far as the leather quality, but it's just
right. No, I mean I happen to know someone that had the 13 Royals that still had the receipt in hand and everything, and so that's dope.
Man, you over there killing that. I'll have diabetes.
Was you thirsty,
Alex?
Yeah, I can't help it, man. I'm thirsty. I'm a big old boy. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me a little while longer. Like I know it's getting to be like 10:30, and we're definitely going into the third hour. But I was super fucking bummed. I was like, you had to hurt your arm
on a Monday
tonight. And I would like to know who won the gap. Who won the gap?
Michelle.
Michelle won.
What did you pick? Oh, the navies?
Yeah, dude, you set me up, man. Come on. What were you thinking?
The Bordeaux 12s, man.
Come on, man. I tried to sell it. It's grown and sexy the whole 9 yards. I got killed, man. You set me up.
Nobody liked them.
He tried to sell it really well, actually.
Well, I'm just gonna
like it was my own.
Well, here's what did y'all talk about the PSNY dropping 3 colorways?
I did. Well, I brought it up briefly.
Yeah, they're dropping all 3 colorways, right? They're dropping the slate again, the wheats, and the maroons.
So what you're saying is we're catching triple L's in one day?
Yeah.
Well, you should better your chances of being able to get one.
Wait. You saw that? Wait. You saw the LaMelo Ball, the LeVar Ball hat, right? After they lost the triple L. That's what we're gonna be rocking on the PSNY release.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be really sad about it, But like, I think if y'all didn't buy in to the Bordeaux 12s, and I see them on your feet, I'm gonna call you out. And if y'all ask them, y'all are dead ass wrong because them shits is sexy as hell.
If I can get the PSNYs, I'm not gonna get them. But if I can't, then I might get them.
Poor man's PSNY.
Yeah, the PSNYs is dope. I will rock them Constellation 12s and the PSNY 12 because they both dope. I like both. I like the cream looking sole.
Oh, I see a swipe picture coming.
Yeah, exactly. Bam, bam, bam. I love that little swipey thing. I really do. And I'm just saying, if Michelle won, that's a W for me. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, it's not. Molly was
Hey,
in your
I said
place.
not
That's
bad
no
for
W
being a last minute pick. Sorry.
Right, because this is how this worked. She's like, this one or this one. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go with this one. So
At least, you see, Marcus knows he doesn't want me to hold that out. He knows who it belongs to.
that shit belong. That shit. I may have gotten an L, but I also.
I'm sure I would have won with my other selection too.
Ooh.
The Pure Money Fours. The Pure Money Fours has already been on here. Marcus got an L on those.
And you barely won with the Blue 13. You barely won.
I know, but I did.
They only gave it to you because you're the guest and you're a lady. You know, I'm some old man.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that now.
Okay.
I'm some old man. You know, they don't want the old man to win.
Is that what it
Tired
is?
of the old man winning.
That's what it is. They don't like to see the old man win.
Everybody likes you. Everybody wants you to win because they're like, oh, you know, he gets a social security check and shit. We got to.
Oh.
Got to pay for them J's.
The fucked up thing.
One.
That's right.
The fucked up thing is I actually get a social security check. So whatever. You know.
Well,
I don't mind. I mean, I'm just saying the American taxpayer buys every single one of my shoes. God bless the American taxpayer.
Yeah, God bless you.
that's okay.
God bless you.
It was a correct count. Like I guess Aros is how you say his name. It was a correct count this time. Ben says it was a correct count this time. It was a correct count last time. I won. They lost. That's how it works. I'm gonna take the W. I'm gonna take the W tonight too.
You got that Trump W.
But I'm just saying, I won. But yeah,
it's the best shoe that ever came out ever. The strongest.
well, guys, I haven't eaten, and so
it's time.
I'm ready.
Let's wrap it up, man. Let's say our goodbyes. Let's do this.
OG.
Yep.
Take us out.
All right. Well, first, let me thank everybody for coming on. Molly, I appreciate you coming on last minute, man, and filling in for Dan. Really appreciate that. And Michelle, you've been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It was wonderful speaking with you. Before we leave, I want to shout out both of our sister shows, the Soul Food Show on Wednesdays and the Sneaker Box Podcast on Sundays. Make sure you're following both of them on IG and check out their shows. And also shout out to Soul Firm. And thanks everyone again for joining us. And we'll see y'all again next week. Peace out.
Peace. UNC, baby. UNC. Let's go.